There we go.
Welcome everyone to the 131st episode of the Home Theater Hub. As you can see, we have a special guest on tonight, Mr. Jeremy. Welcome back, sir.
Hello, thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Haven't talked to you for a little while, but definitely been watching the progress that you the iterations of the family area and everything else like that. So I encourage everyone to go over go over to Techthusiasm and check out Jeremy's progress that he's made. I mean, man, you've made quite the change,
Yeah.
and you're in both areas, right? Your home theater and your living area. So I can only imagine how the living area sounds with those Focal Utopias that you put up there.
Yeah, really got some Focal Utopias. Those are nice.
Yep. Yeah. I was a longtime user of these 1000 series models, and in the lower models, and then a little bit back did kind of the full Utopia. So the living room's running the Utopia speaker plus the sub modules in like a stereo pair. And then I got 3 of them as my LCRs down here.
Yeah, I've always loved the way Focal sounds. It's an excellent speaker and just so energetic. That speaker just.
Yeah, those end walls almost made me change up my whole entire plan right mid design for sure.
Yeah, I'm super happy with those. And then Trinoff's been the other big thing that I've added in here lately.
So I know you had the look at that, right on time with the Trinoff shirt there.
Nice.
But I know that you had the Anthem in there before, right?
Yep. Yeah, from an AVM 90 and a dual pair of the NAD M28s to the new Altitude CI plus the Amplitude 16. So kind of a full swap.
Wow, that's quite the upgrade there. So I mean, I've seen a couple videos out there about that. I don't know if you want to dive into it a little bit, but I mean, the videos that I've seen, based on, obviously price comparison is totally different, right, between the two.
Yeah,
between the AVM 90 and the Altitude. What did you have, the 16 or the 24 or 32?
I have the new model. I have the CI.
Oh, the CI. That one you can upgrade, channel wise as you go along, right?
Yep. And I'm running it it is I have 16 channels unlocked, so 11 speakers and 5 subs using all 16.
Very nice.
So how do you get around, because it's digital, right? So, and you only have 8 analog outs on that, right?
Yep. So I'm using the Dante stuff, the audio over IP, with the Amplitude 16. So there's just one RJ45. Well, it's SFP to RJ45 technically, but one network cable links the CI to the Dante board on the Amplitude 16, and then so all the 11 channels of the speaker audio are carried over that, and then mapped to amplifier channels in the Amplitude. And then I'm using every amplifier channel as well, because the 16 lets you bridge. So there's 16 amplifiers, 11 speakers. I'm bridging 5. So 5 of my speakers are getting double power. The rest are getting single channel power. And then the 8 analog outputs on the CI, there's like a DB25 to XLR 8 XLR breakout cable. And that's how that connects the subwoofers. So 5 subs. So technically I've got room for 3 more subs if I wanted to do it.
I tell you, I love that DB25 connectors, man, on these pre-pros.
Yeah, it's amazing how much like less clutter there is between devices when you drop 11 cables into one.
Yeah, and I like the Mogami one. It's a real thin profile.
Nice.
It looks nice in the rack. So it's really nice and clean.
So briefly, what would you say obviously not the wiring, but sound wise, do you feel that you're getting more from the Trinoff than more immersiveness or more,
I do. And I was really nervous. To some extent, I was nervous about making the swap because I've enjoyed the 90 NAD combination so much. those NED amps are just so clean and quiet, crisp. And I really felt I had a good handle on like using Arc Genesis and applying, some tweaks and tricks and adjustments and stuff to it. And I demoed my room a whole bunch of times. I've had open houses, showcases, and customers coming over to check it out and things. And always floored by the sound. So I really wondered like what was going to be the difference to make this swap. And even to the point where I was able to actually I still have one of the NED M28s available used that I need to sell, but I sold the 90 and one of the NEDs to a friend, a customer, prior to getting the Trinoff, and like taking that stuff out of my rack and holding those NEDs. I just love them. They look beautiful. They're just
great amp.
pieces
That's
of
a
art.
very nice amp. Yeah.
And so I took that stuff over there, and like there's almost a tear in my eye. Like I hope I don't regret that letting this stuff go and going in this direction. But that all said, once getting everything set up and getting a better handle for like the Trinoff optimizer, working
Because you demoed the Tremo previously, right? Before you upgraded.
Yeah, a long time ago. A long time ago. So I've been actually, I think yesterday, technically, it was like my 5-year YouTube anniversary.
Wow, congratulations.
Very early in that first couple of months, I had a chance to kind of tinker around with an Altitude 16. And my experience with it then was a little bit mixed, but that was because I was kind of on my own. I didn't really have any. It was like a dealer friend of mine that had one, and he's like, "Yeah, you want to play with this? Go ahead." And I made some content about it. I was probably even premature making content, because one of the things that I concluded is like, you really got to know what you're doing to use this thing, especially the older model with the older UI and software. It's a more complex animal, and you know where to look and what to do and where the knobs are and what to tweak. And I didn't really have that knowledge or experience to really get much out of it. So I'd say my first experience was really not conclusive of much of anything. But now I'm actually set up as like a Trinoff dealer. I passed at least the level 1 calibration training. I still need to do the level 2. But I knew my way around the system more and kind of knew what to expect. The CI is so much easier to use in the new software version and all of that stuff. That I feel I'm really getting some out of it, and I had the opportunity to kind of be directly supported and get online with the folks at Trinoff to make sure we're like tweaking some of the right dials and adjusting some of the right things and doing stuff the right way. And I call it now it's a definitive upgrade to the 90 and the NAD combination. And I say that because the audio is more natural, the audio is more integrated. The spatialness and presentation of elements and objects as they move around is more defined, and the integration of the bass is at a whole different level. I'm doing the waveforming. I'm doing using all the bells and whistles. It's pretty transformative. And I haven't had as many folks over yet to really kind of corroborate, but there is a local friend. He's got a smaller channel. He's been to my room through a number of its iterations. So I've been like, hey, come on over and check this out. Listen, tell me that, give me some confirmation that I'm not just like biased in what I'm hearing or whatnot. And he corroborated like almost everything without me telling him what I thought first. So that gave me a good sense. But yeah, that thing just does stuff in software and processing that's a level above. And I don't think it's the hardware. I don't think it's the DAC. I don't think the Amplitude 16 amps are any better. Technically, probably the modules in the NAD M28 are higher end in some ways than the ones in the Amplitude 16. But you can't beat the software in the processing that thing does.
Yeah. I wonder, because I'm running the Lindorf, right? So it has the remapping capability and stuff like that.
Yep.
Abe, whenever you get one, and we might have to put the test together to see how they compare.
Yeah.
But hey, thanks for the update on the theater. Ike, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Running
late, doing some duties.
Doing some duties. Okay.
No.
And Mr. Abe, welcome back to this week, sir.
Absolutely. What's happening?
How was your week? Did you have a good week?
I had a great week. I spent most of it in North Carolina working on a theater there, and had to leave the mill workers because I have to go to LA tomorrow for another job. So I didn't get to see it completely finished, but from what they were doing, it's starting to look great. And then I go back to that job next week to finish it up. But so far, so good. And then the millwork team that I've got is doing an amazing job. And the finishes on the millwork look great. So we're really excited about how it's turning out. So I can't wait to get back. I hated having to leave, but I had to.
Might as well.
But
We
yeah,
talked
it's coming
about it.
together.
We might as well show it, right?
Yeah, this is us just dry fitting. We're still under construction there, but so this whole theater theme is kind of like a black and white, kind of an old Hollywood kind of homage to that, and all those frames will be like there's a shot from Casablanca, there's Audrey Hepburn, then there's like the Three Stooges in one of them, and so it's just going to have kind of like old Hollywood stars in those large frames there, which are acoustic panels. So they're acoustic panels that we print the artwork on or the photographs on, and then we wrap around the acoustic panels and put in there. But it's starting to look good. We haven't put the screen up yet. See, we're still just getting millwork up. So we've still got a ways to go, but it's coming along. And that's a McMaster, call it like a metal finish on those frames.
Okay.
Like a metal paint. I forget what it's called. McMaster or something. But anyway, but it's got a really cool kind of metallic look to it when you see it up close. So, and in the
I like
back
that
here,
carpet, actually.
Hmm?
Said I like the carpet.
Yeah, the carpet looks great. Yeah, to turn it really good. That's a cane carpet that we use there.
Cane's expensive. I looked into cane carpet.
Yeah, it is. It was pretty pricey. Yeah, when I saw my cost on it, I was like, oh my god, I can't. That's a lot. So, so I was like, but it just was a perfect fit for the theater. It just kind of made it look good. And then the sconces, can't wait to show you with the sconces. The sconces just make that room pop. So it's going to look really good when it's all said and done. So very excited about it. But it's coming along.
So what's the dimensions of that theater?
That's 16 by 20 by maybe 9.5.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be two rows of four.
Very similar to mine. 16 wide.
Yeah.
I'm 21.5 from the screen, 23.5 from the front wall. So yeah, very similar.
And we got to paint those ducts. The HVAC guy was supposed to order black, but he ordered white.
I was wondering. You said you're going with the black and white theme. I was wondering if you're going to leave it.
Honestly, it doesn't look that horrible because everything else is kind of black and white or black and gray.
Right.
So it's like, well, but yeah, we're gonna have them change it. Okay. But and then eventually we got it set up to add a fiber optic ceiling later. So there's a conduit in there to run our fibers, to run our communication. So eventually, as an add-on, we'll eventually put a fiber optic in the middle there.
Very nice.
Yeah. So that's what I did for 4 days: is watch millworkers put millwork in. Well, while they were doing that, I was building the rack. So behind this room is just like a gym, and I just sat in the gym for 4 days straight, just putting gear in a rack and wiring it up. And then yesterday I spent just nothing doing but Control 4 programming, just so I can do as much as I can.
Now, you normally build those racks out at your house previously.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, I much prefer to do it here in my house or here in my office. But this job was up in the mountains, and I didn't want to try to bring a fully 42-year rack up the mountains in a truck. So we brought it in several trips, everything. And then I built the rack and just brought all the equipment. And so I just ended up racking everything there. So yeah, it's not as nice because you can't take your time. You can't really, put the little nuance touches on things. I'm just trying to get it done as fast, but I'll probably go back and tweak and clean up. But so far so good.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So how about you, Ike? How was your week, sir?
I guess it was almost similar to what Abe just described. I decided to go recable and realign my rack. And it was just a bad idea. It's one of those things where you start off right. It's like you watch Jeremy's video, you're like, yeah, I can do it. Let me go mess around with this stuff. And I started, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna knock it out the first day, second day. And it took me 3 days, and it still doesn't look good.
Oh yeah, never.
But I was doing it. Still don't look good.
So, but I didn't just like try to get the cables to look good. I ended up moving. So I moved the the Hyperion E7 amp from the other room, and now I'm driving my theater main surrounds with that. So I kind of did some amplifier realignment, took out an extra amplifier, and tried to rearrange because it was almost like my rack that it was almost top heavy. Home
Yeah.
theater rack. It almost sounds
Yeah,
like
no.
we're not talking about home theater rack. You know? But I had a couple of amplifiers at the top, so I had to move them and bring them down. So yeah, it took a couple of days, and my theater was just. I finally got it running today,
Oh, that's cool.
and I've just been doing some testing. I had to run ACK all over again, and then
Mm.
I decided to go on my fun journey of trying to do a lot of calibration with AI and Cloud and Chat GPT, and my goodness, yeah, another
So you-
rabbit hole.
You're still messing with the home assistant.
Oh my goodness, I'm loving it.
Oh yeah, I loving that.
One
That's,
button works everything, just does it. It can. We'll talk about it later, man. It's a fun experience.
yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if I would call it fun, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of my world, right?
No,
I'm
for sure.
into, IT and did a lot of 6 years of development and then moved into, now I'm all in the AI space. So it's kind of fun just being able to play around with it in my personal space and not do it work 9 to 5 every day. So
Oh,
Been a
I'm
fun
glad
week.
glad you're enjoying it.
I'm glad my theater works now. That was the biggest thing.
As we're talking, guys, I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to scroll through and find a picture of my rack, for the wiring for when I've since disassembled some stuff. But anyway, I'll find it between now and the end of the show. But
I tell you, that's
Yeah.
probably my favorite part is building the rack. I especially when I do it here in my office, because sometimes I'll start I'll spend 2 weeks just wiring the rack, just taking my time, getting my wires the way I want it, getting deciding on what depth lacing bar I want to use with what shelf, and I'll really get into it because it's kind of, in a way, it's therapeutic, and it's kind of an art form also.
Yeah.
And everybody does it a little bit different, and I love looking at other people's equipment racks and how they've wired their stuff just to get ideas, because you learn so much by just like looking at some of these racks. Oh, I should do that next time. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's probably my favorite part of it. The
Yeah,
build is doing the racks.
What happens behind the rack stays behind the rack, man. That's
I
my
don't know. That's
final
the fun part,
conclusion.
man.
I don't know people that they look. That's just clean, man.
I love it. That's what it was supposed to look like.
That's so
That's
clean.
part of
It's
the art form.
criminal, man.
yeah, I mean that was pre-speaker wires, right? But I just started putting speaker wires in there and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I need to go into the attic and pull back a lot because I have just like excess wires. Just I think it would be a lot cleaner if I can go into the attic, but I'm not excited about that in Texas either in the middle of the summer. So I might have to do it. I might have to do it at 12 a.m. or something. Go in there and pull all the excess. I think it would be a lot cleaner because I just have it's all clean till you get to the floor and there's just cables all over.
Well, full disclaimer, I wouldn't want to show anybody the rack in my house.
yeah. I've disassembled a bunch of stuff now, and I've put the tributary cables in there and stuff like that. So I haven't repurposed some of the other. I haven't removed the Audio Quest.
I mean, if you
HDMI
have
cables and
tributary
stuff.
cables, the rack has to look good, man.
Right.
You can't pay all that money and then just have a rack next to tributaries, man.
So-
come on.
And I apologize for taking so long to get the Forrest Gump over there. What's going on, Paul? How are you?
Forrest Gump.
All is good. Chocolate is my favorite.
Ah, boy.
I'm just out here. I took a picture earlier of the lake. It's obviously where I'm aimed at now is just the campground. So there's a group of us that camp. Gosh, probably about 12 of us are here. So
are you full on camping? Are you in
well, I'm
in a tent?
glamping. I'm in a tent. Yeah. I'm in a tent.
Did you bring your projector with you this time? Is what
I
I want
did. Oh yeah, I did bring my projector with me. Of course.
There you go.
You
All
know?
right. Very good. Very good.
Are
How
you
was your week?
drinking
Well,
any-
I mean, you're camping now, so are you off for the rest of the week?
I was off today and the rest of the week, so it's short week is what it was for me.
Very
So
good.
it was enjoyable.
So, what is the drink of the night?
Right now it's the Waterloo. You missed my alcohol drink for the day,
Oh,
but
Waterloo
raspberry
raspberry.
nectarine.
Yeah, we stock those in our fridge, I think, the Waterloos.
yeah,
I
they're good.
Very nice. Very nice.
So,
Well,
Anyway.
you know, if you don't live under a rock, you probably didn't hear.
If you probably hear it under a rock, you gotta be
Right.
in one of the
So-
galaxies.
What is so coincidental
I know,
is if you remember last week,
I know, right?
yeah,
our show. If you remember our show last week, I
Mhm.
talked about this, right? I said, I cannot believe how well my Arvolution player is upscaling everything to 8K. And I am literally considering going 100% Arvolution versus K-Skate.
I remember that bold statement.
Yeah, it was almost like somebody.
It was almost like
couple
I
of us
had
insider information.
it was almost like I was under an NDA or something like that. But I promise you, I had no clue, and I am a Kaleidoscape dealer. Jeremy's a Kaleidoscape dealer. Abe's a Kaleidoscape dealer, but I had no clue until I saw the Kaleidoscape post saying we got something new coming, right? And I was like, okay, what are they going to do? Right.
Mhm.
And then it rolls out an 8K player today.
They finally convinced me, man. They won.
So as I read through some of the comments on Michael's Facebook group, Jonathan mentioned they're going to have a player for every letter of the alphabet.
At this
There
point,
you go.
right?
At this
At
rate,
this point, at this rate.
So, without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce the new, let's see, Kaleidoscape K.
K for knock it out the park.
So Jeremy, I will say Jeremy has a tremendous amount of knowledge on Kaleidoscape. He not to say Abe that you don't, but Jeremy has produced video after video after video on Kaleidoscape.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
So he I literally I had to work today, so I didn't find out too much about it other than the fact that yes, it's a new player. It's 1 terabyte. It's going to produce 444, right? And it's native 8K, and they're going to have their own cinematic movies for this, right? So, Jeremy, I'm gonna let you take it away, man, because I know that
Yeah, I wanna know.
you've done a lot more research.
He's the
than
resident
I am.
YouTube K-scape expert.
Inquiring minds want to know. Preach it, brother.
Yeah. No, I mean, this platform is something that I've always liked. I did the whole ripping thing for years and years, and made my transition in the mid 20 teens, somewhere around the earlier part of the Strato generation. But yeah, this thing is. I'm pretty. I've as the day has gone on, I've grown more excited about this. So I think the interesting part actually to me is not so much the 8K, because 8K is still a little bit. It's a little bit esoteric. I think it's a little bit, to be determined, especially in the TV space and bigger flat panels and things like that. Yeah, we can do some 8K things on some of these projectors and stuff, but the 4K cinematic is what's got me kind of really excited. So I guess to give the ground on it, they call it the Strato K. It's the 5th player in the lineup. It's the apex of the lineup now, 5K MSRP. It's in the same form factor as the C and the V, so the higher end, more kind of luxurious feel, not the mini chassis that the E and the M is in, anodized metal and all that. But they've upped the chipset, they've upped the HDMI output. It is 8K capable, but they're using some of that HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, and so, like as you mentioned, Don, it can this 4K cinematic. It's like a proprietary. They're calling it like a proprietary exclusive encoding format, where they're going to be using bit rates that, according to the materials, they average about 115 megabit per second, up from about 80 or so in the platform before that, and it's always been a little bit higher than disk generally uses as well. But then also doing chroma up to the full 444. So whereas everything today is like chroma compressed to 420 and then decompressed back out, the original chroma will be retained in these encodes.
And how much bandwidth is going to be required though to send out of that?
To get from a server to
send out 444, because I know
HDMI. Yeah, I was looking at this actually just on the stream, and I think I closed the window. You can do 444 4K 60 444 chroma takes about 24 gigabit per second of HDMI bandwidth. And they have this, according to the spec sheet of this K, they rate the HDMI output up to 24 gig per second. 444 4K 24 hertz at 4K 24 hertz FPS at 444 chroma only takes about 13 gigabit of HDMI bandwidth. So you don't even need 2.1 to do it at 24 frames per second.
Yeah. Most stuff is what 4K 30 or 4K 60 at 420, right?
Well, like a movie itself would be 4K 24 420.
Okay, yeah, 4K 24 420, and that's less than 18 gigabits per second, right?
Yeah, well less. It's almost half, like not even 10 to do 420, according to the charts.
Okay.
So on the movie store, are you able to see? I thought I've read somewhere you're able to see the new cinematic.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. If you pull up the movie store, they've got about 150 titles already available. Go to movies. The easiest way I found, go to movies, go to browse all, and then when the filters pop up on the top, hit the video pull down. There's one 8K title. It's not even really a movie. It's like a 6-minute kind of demo clip, but you can see they have that 4K cinematic tag. And so there's about 150 titles now, a lot of new stuff and some pretty big classics as well. The entire Star Wars stuff is in there, Lord of the Rings, Disney Pixar, some Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff. All has been like kind of re-encoded.
And you need the new player to play those.
Correct.
The cinematic, yes.
Yeah.
So only the K will see and play the cinematic format. And by and large, I was just looking at this in my stream. I looked at a bunch of different movies. They're about 50% bigger. So like if a movie was a 60 gigabyte download in the old 4K format, it's nominally about 90 gigabyte download. The biggest one that I found was Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. Is like a 230 gig download now.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
But that's about as long as you can get, right, in a movie for those extended editions.
Because usually it shows over here the
hit the where it says format. It says show all formats. Yeah, if you go there, you can see.
There we go.
Oh,
so
wow. There you go.
So you're well over 100 gigs. You know,
so it's gonna be a space burner.
Yeah, for sure. Your Terra server is gonna be like
yeah, that one terabyte they give you in there is gonna be like one movie.
Yeah. Yeah, according to the spec, they say 7 down from 10. If you do the math, like 1.5 times 7 is about 10.
Yeah,
so it kind of holds.
So
but again, that depends on the movie. If that you may not get all three. I guess you could probably get all 3 Lord of the Rings, but that means
I was gonna say you barely might fit it. Yeah, that's interesting.
Let's see what Avatar is 3 hours long too. So let's see what that one is.
The thing that excites me about this, though, and this is what I was talking, I've been talking with a bunch of folks.
181 gigs. Wow.
Yeah. Like this is the first real like fidelity format push that we've had probably since the advent of like 4K Blu-ray.
Right.
Kaleidoscape 4K downloads are pretty much the same format and in content and encoding as a 4K Blu-ray. It's been around for, I don't even know what now, over 10 years, feels like. Am I dating myself too
So
much?
do you feel this is more of a push for televisions than it is for and I know actually televisions have started scaling back on their 8K production, but you know, and I guess the 4K cinematic, would you feel that would be more of a push for the television audience or for the projector audience?
So I feel like it should benefit everybody because, resolution, I think to benefit in resolution, you definitely want a bigger screen. You got to take all those pixels and spread them out
Right.
over a bigger screen space. If the screen space is so small, you're
Yeah,
losing
gonna get
the
benefit from it.
visual acuity benefit of resolution. But like uncompressed chroma, you're talking like punchier color, more colors, bigger color. And now these panels and these displays can do whatever, 100% of like Rec 2020 or these different color spaces. So we've lost color, I think, in the color compressions that usually get applied, but we have displays that can show those colors. And I think whether you're at 55 or 75 or 100 or 150 inches, like I would think that that's something, or I hope that's something that you can see kind of tangibly. Size wouldn't matter in that respect.
192 gigs for one Lord of the Rings. Wow.
Yeah, and you only got
Yeah,
one
I would
terabyte,
definitely be
right?
paying attention to the
You're gonna
cable
need
being
you're
used
gonna
in
need
these
extra.
setups.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, look, you got to have everything in line for this thing to
Make it
play
work, yeah.
correctly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you that, and those of you that didn't watch last week, basically, I had Bill come over my house with Morphonic. He came over the house with the Arvolution 8K TV. So it was, and I was thinking, you know what? Let me test out the 8K. So I have a Lumigen, and basically, in one input of the projector, I have everything running through the Lumigen, and the other port of, and I have an NZ8 with so in the other input I had just an HDMI cable running, and the main reason I only had the HDMI cable running and not connected to anything is because I planned on doing high end gaming, right, with the PlayStation and with the Xbox. So I said, okay, let me try this out. Let me see what the 8K upscaling is actually all about. And I have a 160-inch screen. It's a Stewart G4, 130 G4. So it's 160. So I believe not that I believe, I know my screen is big enough that it can take advantage of the 8K because the size, there's just the size of the screen, right? Because I mean, if you're sitting 5-7 feet away from a 100-inch screen, you're not going to see a big difference, right, between 8K and 4K. It's the further back that you get and the bigger the screen where the pixels start spreading out. So anyway, we sat down and we looked at, we were watching, I put on Bad Boys for Life, the newest movie for Bad Boys. And that movie alone, filmed in Miami with all the sunsets going off the buildings and everything else, is just a cinematic, reference piece of material. It's in itself. But when I switched on the 8K coming out of that Arvolution, it was a substantial difference. And that was with no processing. That was just filmmaker mode through the JVC NZ8. And I could really see a major difference switching back and forth through there. And like I said, Kaleidoscape now had an epiphany to come out with an 8K player. So for me,
They're
it's
probably
like,
laughing at you. Watching.
for me, it's like, oops, insert foot here, right? So, but yeah, I mean, I was to the point that I thought it was that good that I would say, okay, I'm just going to start ripping again. because it really is that good. So now, Ike, if you want a deal on the Strato V, I think one of them will be up for sale because I.
No, I want the K.
You want the K? You want to go with the K? Okay.
I'm going
So
for
yeah,
the K. man.
I have, and like Jeremy, I've had the Kaleidoscape for quite some time. So, I was before I probably had it for 3 or 4 years even before I became a dealer for them. And you know, I had the Strato S, and I bought my Strato S used, and then I bought the Strato V when that came out for the Dolby Vision and you know everything else. So, yeah, I mean, the only downside that I'm seeing to this is one obviously is the storage, right? You 1K is not enough. You're definitely going to need. We just went through this. You're going to get 4 or 5 movies on there, and that's going to be it, right? So if you're downloading the cinematic version, but I don't understand why they won't just put the 2.5 gig the Ethernet jack in there. Why you know?
Yeah, I wish this player
It's
would have got.
probably I think it's the chipset, right? It's probably the chipset. Even the 8K now, I'm thinking maybe it's the next generation chipset now that they're using, right? You know how our Revolution retired the other one that could run the 3D, and then the new generation could do 8K, but does not have the 3D the way we had it in the 4K. So it could be that, you know, that's something that, except you're willing to pay for that extra for your chipsets, you're probably just going to go with what the technology is providing.
Well, I mean, it's all about the download speed, right? Because the Terra server can download a 4K movie in like what 4 to 6 minutes, something like that. If you got the internet connection. Not that mine takes a long time, not the Strato V takes a long time, but it's like 12 or 15 minutes, you know, for a regular movie. I got 5 gigs up and down, you know,
So you have the bandwidth, yeah.
through AT&T. So I want to take advantage,
Yeah.
you know, of every ounce of that bandwidth that I can coming down the pipe, right? So, you know, I just that jack can't. I mean, they're probably using the same SSD that they are in a Terra server as they are in that player, right?
In the
So
mini.
yeah, exactly. So why not? You know, why not just put the faster download speed in there? That's one thing that I wish that they would have done, you know. So I mean, I know why, you know, obviously they want you to buy they want you to buy the Terra server. That's why that's why
they want you to buy the Terra server. It's you know that everybody who's going to want the K is going to eventually, who has the means, are going to buy that Terra server.
Yeah.
You know, who are into that, which is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, looking at the spec sheet, that I do agree. I think a 2.5G port on the K would have been a nice to have.
I think it's just the chipset limitation. They
Maybe,
probably
Could be.
they'll probably do it if they want, if they could. But
Conceivably,
it's not one of those things where you can just go put it yourself, right? The chipset comes with
trade-off.
that. So
Conceivably, this is a
R45J.
stronger chip. Conceivably, this is a stronger chip than what has been in the V's, in the E's and stuff, because the UI is native 4K again.
Yeah.
And that was always held up as the 1080p UI of the V in the E was held up as a limitation of the chipset. But it's in the spec sheet at the bottom that the UI
HDMI 8K.
So, but you know, I'm not privy to the details of the internals and stuff like that. It'd be interesting to know. But
yeah.
One other thing to point out, like looking back at the store, is the fact that if you noticed when you were going through there, it looked like you were logged into your account for those 4K cinematic, that new format, right? You don't have to pay more for it. So there's no upcharge to the content. Like they didn't raise the prices in the movies, and whatever you already own in 4K regular, you have access to the 4K cinematic level to download if you were to buy the K player.
Oh, right. You buy so if you have that movie, they'll let you watch it in the 4K cinema if you get the K player. Okay, well that's good. At least I'm not buying movies again.
Yeah, because
we're paying a price
I
tag
actually
for it.
put this on my wish list, as you can see here. It's on my wish list
Yeah.
to pre-order for Backroom. So yeah, and I knew it was $24.99. So
Oh, wow.
it's exactly the same price.
If you scroll down, I think there's definitely some movies that had the yellow or the gold checks on them. Further down, there's some of the other stuff like like Mario there. You click on that, and then if you go to download and hit the more option, or change where it says change the format under living room. See, actually, those are. Let's see, why are those grayed out?
Probably because I don't have the player.
Yeah,
maybe they don't. Maybe they're grayed out because on the K they're not grayed out or something. Maybe.
Yeah, when I was looking earlier, when I look at the store, I'm actually able. Oh, do you have a Terra there, or that's not a Terra?
No Terra. That's a Strato S is the living room.
That's the difference. So yeah, it knows that player can't play it, so it won't let you put that content on that player. I have a Terra server in it right now. I could choose to download those formats to the Terra server. It does give me a warning that says, "Hey, you can download this, but you don't have a compatible player yet."
So Speed Racer's on the K.
So we'll let you download it, but you can't play it.
Correct. So basically, if I wanted to now, which I'm probably going to start doing, I can pre-seed my Terra and replace a bunch of my downloads with the newer.
And then upgrade your player, and you're good to go.
But this makes sense that they're grayed out because these are players with storage, and those players can't play the format, so it's going to block you, kind of rightfully so.
Yeah.
But again, there's no delta charge, there's no upcharge or anything. If you own it in 4K, you own it in 4K cinematic now as well.
Cinematic mode.
That's nice.
It's definitely going to be interesting. So, I would like to get the Forrest Gump take on all of this, right? Because I know that Paul, you're a big proponent of ripping, and not that you've been anti Kaleidoscape. You definitely have promoted it as convenience and everything else like that. But what are your thoughts on this as far as going 444 and the higher bit rate and everything else?
Well, I can finally agree that the video quality will be better.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's it. But there's also, if you're in tech, you know that they're making discs that hold way more data now. We're talking like a terabyte or something on just a disc, like a CD disc. For obviously big data and AI and all that. I would be curious if they are ever going to put like new players and stuff out, or if they're going to try to move the industry toward nothing but this. And if that's the case, what will be in the future for your average consumer? Because K-scapes are nice, but obviously that's not an affordable option for your 90% of the population. So I'd be just inquisitive of what the future will bring by having this out, because it's going to push, everything else into this territory. Because the higher chroma is going to be, just like Jeremy, you were saying, it's like you have to have a gigantic screen for 8K or be like nose to monitor to notice the difference in resolution. I mean, and they've proven that time and time again. Especially if you're into photography, they've taken 80 gig pictures and hung them on the wall, and people could tell the difference once they got to a certain distance. But it also depends on the size of the print itself, but the chroma, like you said, that's going to, the color depth is huge. It's huge. It's a huge leap in quality, like especially in photography. Like you could, back in the day when digital cameras came out, you could have like a 20 meg camera and have a bad color sensor in it, and you could have a 5 meg camera take 1,000 times better looking pictures if it had a better color sensors in it. Like just the depth and everything is so much more real with more color. So those nuances. So like I said, finally, Kscape will be able to say, yes, we actually have better quality movies played than disc, because I
Yeah.
don't know if they ever will produce these on disc, but they may.
Above, stay
I mean,
ahead.
Yeah,
obviously the
may.
mezzanine file's out there, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why I was saying it would be cool if, in a couple of years they start producing new players and new, stuff. And
Well, my thought on this would be, why not put it on a thumb drive, right? Like your standard, scan disk or whatever. You don't need a ton of space. Maybe a 2 gig thumb drive, and sell the movie that way, right?
yeah, but then there's having something stamped versus electronically stored is totally different. Like a stamping in aluminum was last, minimum of taken care of a minimum of like 20 years. USB drive, static electricity could wipe out your movie, So
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
really.
I think 8K has got its limitation. I think it's going to be a while before we see 8K be mainstream, just because of all of the limitations to bandwidth and streaming, and that's going to hold all that up. But at least it's good to see Kaleidoscape kind of staying ahead of it, because they're in the right market for it. There are
yes, exactly. Yep.
For us in the theater world, where we're trying to go to that next step or that next echelon, they're doing the right thing, I think.
Yep.
But
And maybe I can pick up a affordable, cheap old version now.
there you go.
Get a
I might
deal
know
on the
someone that
old.
has one for sale.
I'm sure Jeremy has one for sale, and it's probably going to be upgrading soon.
Yeah.
But I think one thing I like too is the price point. I think if you had asked us the guest last week and gave us these specs and said pick a price, I don't think any of us would have picked this price point.
Yeah, that's actually
So
way lower than I would expect.
yeah, that's
for
if you
anything
gave me the specs
Kscape.
and said Kaleidoscape pick a price point,
I would have been like
because
12.
I would have gone somewhere else at that price point. But this is really
I'd have been like, oh,
impressive.
they're going to try to sell that for 12 grand.
So
I probably won't go
what was
12.
the
I would have
price
said
point on this?
6,
What was the
7.
retail on
But
this?
that's,
49, right? 49.95.
Yeah, it's $5,000. Yeah.
yeah,
it's
$5
$5
grand basically. I would have said probably around 7.75.
In
bad.
Kscape
Yeah,
dollars,
but-
that's cheap.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Kscape money.
yeah.
Yeah, Kscape is in British pounds. So
So
it's-
one thing that I wish also, besides the gigaport, the port for the Ethernet, right? Why not give us the option, right? Why not equip this with 8 terabytes? Why not equip it with 4 terabytes and give us the option? Okay,
to pay
And-
for
and all
rewind
you can pay extra for the
Yeah.
Strato K,
and get a
8
4
gig.
terabyte.
just like Apple does, right? When you put your Apple computer together, right, you get to choose how much memory you want in it. Why not give us that option? Hey,
At least three memory of gig terabyte options, right?
Right,
Something
right.
like that.
That's
Yeah.
an interesting question, I think, and that
Yeah,
that stands for the V and the E and everything that came before it. And I think it'd be, and I'm not jealous of the person that works there that has to make the decision about the players' capacities versus the servers' capacities and how all of this stuff is cohesively supposed to line up into a profitable business model. I will say if the drive had been any bigger, then I would have hoped. One thing they didn't do with this is like they didn't make a C2, right? If you're going to make, if it would have come with bigger storage or options for bigger storage, then I would have hoped also with that came a model with no storage at a lower price point.
For sure.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Because remember, the storage inside is disabled as soon as you add a.
Kinda
The,
use
the,
that.
the external.
Right.
You don't want to be wasting that money either. Only for a person that knows that, like, I'm going to use one player, one system, and I'm only going to be standalone. I'm never going to be drawn to want to pick up a separate server, would go for a larger capacity player, I think. But those folks are out there, certainly.
Yeah, for sure. I
think
mean,
there's
like-
a lot of people that will be okay with 8 terabyte.
Honestly, I've been a customer for a long time, and that's exactly what I was going to say. I think 8 terabytes is the sweet spot.
It's,
You know,
it's a good spot.
I have the
Well, that was
Strato S
before the new,
before the
files.
before
Yeah,
adding.
now you mean 16.
Well,
16
I
is the
always thought
sweet
that the
spot.
combination was, back then was the back in the day was the Strato C with the 8 terabyte server. That was a great combo deal, and then why not just sell a K with an 8 terabyte or 16 terabyte? I agree with that. Or I'd like to see it in a whole entire 1U chassis where it goes lengthwise. So it just looks slick in the rack. For those people who are buying a K, they're going to use a Tera server just so that they look kind of nice. I like the way things look in the rack. And so, I mean, why not just go?
Yeah, I was just showing that before I shared.
Well, I mean, they still got a lot of letters to get to, right? The next one is the L, so there's plenty of room to get there.
Large.
We might get everything by the time we get to Z, because then you got to start from Z.
You want it
ZB.
full rack width?
Yes.
You want it 8 terabytes? You want it in pink? Just wait.
Yeah, so we
So
got
you got 2 Strato Ks right there, and then you got your your single one on the top, right? So, I mean, I love the form factor of it in that, I don't think you need the full 1U.
Yeah, I'm just picky.
Machine
I like when you put in a Tera server, it just looks nice if they're both the same width, just aesthetically, But it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, the chassis needs to be bigger, right? Because of probably heat dissipation and all that kind of stuff, cooling.
Yeah.
So
I mean, look, I'm happy that Kaleidoscape is, ever since came out with the other one. I will say I didn't like the M and the the two that came out, the M and the E. They came out like back to back a couple months apart.
Oh yeah, that was kind of
that was
kind of wonky. That was cheesy.
I didn't enjoy that too much, but look, I mean,
are they even selling those?
Yeah, right now the line is still full. All 5 players are.
No, I mean as far as like sales of those, I'm just.
I've not sold one E.
I haven't either. I mean, anybody asked me for one. Nothing.
I have. I've done it pretty good. Because there's a lot of folks that kind of want in at the lowest. They want to fully, they want in, and they want a functional system at the lowest price. And the E became that for a lot of people. So
and I think if you're an integrator that does theaters and you do a lot of other stuff throughout the house, it's easy to add on and sprinkle these in other rooms as part of a Kaleidoscape ecosystem. So okay, I see it that because I'm just kind of in my one little room all the time. I'm not even looking at that. So, but yeah, now from a multi-integrator who's doing the whole house and everything, I can see the benefit of that there.
The V to me for my engagement with folks in business and whatnot, the V was a bigger splash than the E for sure though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, just the Dolby Vision alone, which was
I've seen nothing but the V's lately.
Yeah. It was the big return to a standalone player with storage that hadn't been available for a while, and cut the entry point by more than half or whatever versus buying the independent components. But going back to the thing I think that Paul had mentioned, I question whether we'll see another physical media format again.
Yep.
And so in streaming, I just don't see streaming pushing on the frontier of fidelity either. Even like the AC4 stuff that came out a couple weeks ago.
And they don't have to either. And they don't need to, and they don't have any desire to want to. That's the sad part.
I can tell you one thing though. I've been watching quite a few movies on Prime, Amazon Prime. And the quality that I am getting, maybe not audio quality, but the visuals are exceptional.
Yeah.
They really are good on
they've come a long way. Don't get me wrong. They definitely look amazing.
I watched Angry Birds. Spoiler alert, that's one of my movies. I watched Angry Birds with my son over the weekend, and I'm telling you, the picture, I did upscale it to 8K through the projector. So it went through the Lumagen, and then I upscaled it to 8K through the NZ8. And I'm just telling you what, man, it was really good. It for streaming, I was quite impressed.
Yeah.
What projector are you running, Jeremy?
The NZ900.
So yours is a year. You got the NZ, so you're a model ahead and one above what I have.
The NZ8.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, do you do much? Do you play around with the 8K input a lot, or have
I
you?
say I don't switch it around a lot, but I do have the AKE shift. I think I do have it turned on, and I've just kind of had it on by default for a long time now. So if I were to turn it off, would I notice or not? I'm not sure, but I think from the very beginning I had it off and then I turned it on, and if I recall correctly, for now I haven't gone back and toggled it much at all.
Yeah, the only reason I turn it off sometimes is if I'm watching a movie that's because my projector's in my theater, right? So it's not outside of the theater. It can get a little noisy when you click on the 8K. I don't know if it's different for yours for the
Uh,
900.
yeah, I haven't noticed, and again, it's been so long since I've toggled it. I couldn't say if there was a difference
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the
Mm.
noise or not.
So somebody asked in the if we were going to get a tour of your theater. We'll have to do that another time. I know you're kind of limited, but yeah, we definitely want you to come back and give us a tour of all the upgrades that you've done in the living room
Oh, yeah, sure.
and everything else like that. But somebody did ask what speakers you were running. So if you wouldn't mind, just I was trying to find where that comment was, but
For you mean me?
for
Sorry.
yeah, for your theater and for upstairs.
So I'm sitting in my dedicated theater room now. It's like a 19 by 17 by 11 foot, plus or minus a few inches here and there. It's all Focal 1000, 3 of the Utopias in the front. You can see them to my sides here. These, if I get my fingers right, these are the IW LCR 6s. So those on the side surrounds and 2 on the rear surrounds. And then the matching little round ICW 6s overhead, 4 of those.
Yeah.
And then I run the same thing in the living room. I got a pair of the 1000 Utopia LCRs plus the IW sub modules. So two subs and 2 Utopias running as like big single.
That's awesome. That's pretty nice. Yeah. What are you doing for room acoustics?
It's GIK, so you can see some of the panels around. I bought these a long time ago. This is some of the oldest stuff that's in my space here. But there's like I got their tri-traps in the corners. I think they're the 242 panels in pairs along the sides. There's some of their bigger sub traps kind of behind me. You can kind of see them poking out just a little bit the corners.
Right.
And then some of like the little 2D foam backed cutout panels, the cloud ones overhead. So it does the job. But that's probably one of the areas. If I were to really get serious, like what can I really lock in and improve, would be to like probably wipe this stuff out. I like GIK and I think it's a pretty solid value, but it's not the nicest stuff. Like sometimes they have some QC concerns. Some of the items that I've got, they can be a little rough around the edges, but hey, it's all black. You turn the lights off but it functions. It does its job right. So yeah, that's cool. That's the treatment. Someday, the room that you were showing, this room it's pinnacle performance, but it's not it's a little DIY raw, I guess I would say as well. Because when I did it, I didn't want to tear stuff up. I took a room that was already existing. It was already finished, drywalled, floored. I added carpet over the hardwood, but it has some compromises and some things because of what my plan was. So I've gotten the most out of it that I can. But there's a future version of this room in my journey. Not immediately, not 4 or 6 months from now, but who knows, maybe 2 years from now or something like it, 3 years from now. Get the whole house paid off first and continue to grow the business. But I want to rip this thing down to the studs and really build it out professionally, kind of like what you were showing, real fit and finish presentation style, and then do all of the true like lock down the acoustics and noise propagation and bleed and all that sort of stuff. So that'll happen someday.
Do you want to use it as also like a demo room?
Yeah, I mean, I do right now. So I'm hitting my 2-year anniversary, 5 years on YouTube, but 2 years as an integrator,
that's cool.
Reseller for all these brands. And so I built these rooms because I like them and I wanted them, but I wouldn't have. This is a $200,000 theater now. Ultimately, I wouldn't have done that without it being a business endeavor. So I carry almost all these brands that I've taken an affinity to and wanted to get invested with and use and like. So
That's cool. Oh, that's great. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, the room. I always think the room is the most. For me, is always the most important element, and it can, and
Yeah.
it really can make a substantial difference. And it could. I always say it can make if you pay enough attention to the room, it can make any system, no matter the price point,
Yep.
sound better. So definitely part of the magic is making sure also the room is also, um, accounted for in the system setup. But it sounds. I mean, definitely what what you've done there. At least you got the most important thing is maybe just get the basics. Get the slap echo, the reverberation, get those things down, and just take care of the basics. You would notice a major difference.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
you don't have to go crazy.
having these panels versus not was crazy. I remember watching Aquaman, and that was like the last movie we watched before the panels arrived, and we put them in. And completely different system back then, different processing, different speakers, subwoofers, everything. But still, particularly the scene where I think it's where he gets the trident and he's that big creature. Oh God, it was just such a mess. Like the sound was just such a mess. And then right after the panels came in, it's like night and day. Wow, everything. Just
They make a difference. I mean, and you don't have to go crazy. I mean, just just covering the basic thing. Your first reflection points, things of that nature. You'll notice you don't how much of a difference just those little things do if you just pay attention to those things. Makes a big difference.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, we got some customers. Oh, sorry. Looks like
I think you're muted, Don. Yeah.
You're on mute, Don.
Oh, I was coughing, so I had the cough button on.
Oh.
Jeremy sold me the E. I like it. I get Kaleidoscape at reasonable price. Yes, I have to download the movie most of the time because it only holds a few, and it works. Yeah, no, I have the V also. So, I mean, most of my content is consumed on the V, and I am literally using the Strato S as my demo reel. I literally have 100 movies on there that are demo movies.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could have that many movies that were demo movies, but I have.
Someone asked earlier about your higher end, if you needed to buy the SSD version of their storage or the regular HDD would still work. Someone asked that earlier.
Oh, that's an interesting question.
I wouldn't have thought to ask or that it would make a difference, but hey, you never know. I mean,
the problem, I think, without the whole AI, and this is some of my conjecture, so I'm saying this to be clear. I'm saying this not with insider information or speaking for Kaleidoscape or anything, but the whole AI thing has thrown a lot of companies that build with computer parts haywire. Right.
Yeah.
I was even looking at this, my gaming PC. I had this epiphany a couple weeks ago or whatever. I had some reason to think about it and check on it. It's like, wow, I have this 5090 gaming PC that when I built it, whatever it was, even a year ago or 18 months ago, was like $4,000. And now if I wanted to assemble that computer, it's closer to 10. The RAM in that computer went from $200 to $1,000 for the sticks. The SSD went from whatever, a few $100s that I paid to a couple thousand or whatever. And the GPU, even paying a ridiculous like $3,000 for it, those have gone back up to like $5,000 just for the video card. And so
if you would have invested that $4,000 in the scan disk
SanDisk, yeah, my God, that's the biggest miss of our lifetime almost.
Yes, exactly.
SanDisk. Funny thing is, I have an old friend, not like actively friends, but he works there. He's risen to a decent level as well in the marketing department. I haven't talked to him in a while, but I'm like, yeah, he's probably cashed in greatly on a long career of some options and other things that he's sitting on.
Yeah, for sure.
Should have went to work with him. But anyway, I think they're affected by the same thing. Drives are tough. Not even SSD drives especially, but HDD drives as well. So my gut tells me, like, if the whole AI wave had not crashed, we might see a completely different direction in the Terra lineup and much more investment towards the SSDs. And I think they just can't do it in today's market. They can't do it. So, the SSD model that came out when that mini Terra splashed, it seemed really cool. And maybe we would have seen more of those. But when it went from whatever, $5,000 to $7,000 to $10,000, for
Right.
8 TB of storage. It's not tenable.
And within 2 months,
Yeah.
it went from
Oh,
5 to
that's
7 to
just
8.
insane.
Yeah.
So if you're buying a server in the Kaleidoscape ecosystem, just forget the SSDs for now and the foreseeable future. You just have to suck it up and buy the HDs. And I don't think that's a compromise at all. In fact, I think the 30 TB compact is probably the sweet spot if you can get it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait for a coupon or something.
they the summer of 2026 code to put in there. I don't know if it'll work, but
Can I find a Groupon for that? The
but
30
yeah, no.
But
Uh,
even hard disk drives have been tough.
Oh,
When I did the Ubiquiti NAS, like, oh, you know what, I need one more 12 to build the array that I want to build in there. It's like that's $350 and like super hard to find. Like,
actually, the smaller, like I have 18s, all 18s, right? Now 24s, 22s, they're like the new standard, or 28s now. So
Yeah, it's
when
like
you try
the
to
cheaper the higher you go,
when
right?
I gotta buy I can buy a 24 cheaper than I can buy an 18 right now.
yeah,
You know what I
Because the
mean?
demand is higher for those.
Right, exactly.
yeah, certain sizes just it's weird. But this, like, I don't know, the market.
Is this primarily because of data centers and all that, or
Yeah,
Everybody's putting their money in
stuff up
AI,
everything.
man.
with parts and pieces that they're taking the global supply away.
Yeah.
Same thing with like the video game consoles, right? You look at like, when are we going to get a PS6 or the Xbox Helix thing?
They got the
And-
new Xbox coming out, right?
Yeah, but they can't even make, like, if they wanted to make them now, it's like it'd be a $1,500 console or something. And
Yeah.
nobody's going to buy it because the device that they want
Nvidia's
to
buying
make,
everything.
they just can't make it.
Right.
Pretty bad.
So I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Babcob,
Macabre?
what are the chances we ever get the cinematic audio release? So I mean, I know that the Kaleidoscape is lossless, right? So you're
Yeah.
getting everything that they have. So I would think that would be included with what we already get.
Like, how better can you get?
Yeah, I don't think
Lossless
audio is
audio.
changing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're messing with that anytime soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, and you mentioned about how things look good on some of the streaming platforms, but yeah, there might be increase in video, but I definitely think audio has not seen the same improvement in streaming as the video has. I still feel like that's still a room for improvement in the streaming platforms. Video looks good, but yeah, they can.
Yeah, I've given up on streaming.
Yeah, but I'm
man.
assuming that's
I
kind of
don't-
where they're putting their.
I don't think the incentive is there for streaming. Like,
Yeah,
why
I don't
should
either.
Netflix give you
Mhm.
better?
Yeah.
We're such a small community from what Netflix.
Yeah,
the target audience of Netflix.
Yeah.
Why should they?
the target audience of Netflix probably consumes 80% of the people probably
on their
consume it on their phone.
man. Like,
Right? They're watching the movie on their phone or their iPad,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I don't think the incentive is there.
Yeah.
I'm happy for it, because it's easy, it's accessible. We have these services that have, they have stuff. They have stuff that I certainly want to watch. Although
Yeah,
I've been
they do.
inclined to cancel more and more lately, but still,
Yeah,
like,
me
I'm not giving up Disney or Star Wars and Marvel stuff. So when the shows hit there, I'll watch them on Disney Plus. That's the place to watch them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit and wait for another release.
Well, the good news about those streaming services is that they don't make you sign a contract, so you can always
Yeah, you can
cancel and
just
come back to
disable
them.
until the next one.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I
have.
do.
I tell you what, I have done that. Like if a particular series is over and I just don't see a lot happening, I'll cancel it for like 6 months and then come back to it.
exactly.
It's like I'll join you when you got something me worth paying for. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the best way that I've done it, just to kind of keep some of the costs down because it gets out of hand quick.
Signed up with Peacock for the Olympics and then let it go, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That type of thing. It's like, okay, there you go.
The
That's
problem with me is I just don't ever go cancel it. I just
Oh, man, I can't.
Well, yeah, that's
cancel that
right.
sucker, man.
I got YouTube TV that I probably watch during football season, and that's it. Now I have been watching it for the World Cup. You know, I've been watching a
Yeah.
lot of the World Cup in the theater. It's you get the
But,
4K
hey, speaking
4K
of
on Fox. So
YouTube Premium, I have YouTube Premium. I watch a lot of YouTube, and
Yep.
I hate commercials on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I pay for the YouTube Premium, but you know what? They jacked the price up of that recently. I was going from $27 to $34.99 a month.
it's still worth every penny.
Yeah, I
It's
can.
Not to
still,
have-
it's still
not to
better
have
than
to
those
watch-
I'm
damn
okay with
ads,
that.
man.
Yeah, not to have to watch the ads. It's still worth every freaking penny.
Absolutely. Honestly, I think they should just throw the YouTube TV because, like I said, I'm watching YouTube more than I'm watching YouTube TV. To me, YouTube TV is like not that important. So they should just throw it in there with one price for that 34 or 40 or $45 for all of it.
Shit, YouTube TV is $125.
I know it's not right. It's just it's way overpriced.
You might as well go back to Southern Link or
I
Comcast.
bought it when it was I bought it when it was like $60 or something like that. You
Yeah,
know,
and then they've jacked it up since then, like every year.
And
Yeah,
go back
at
to
this rate-
Southern Link and
Yeah, at this rate, I'm breaking out my rabbit ears and bow
what I
tie
did.
antenna.
yeah, you can watch local football, right? You can watch
Yeah.
local
Yeah.
sports.
I canceled YouTube TV.
And if you live close to the town, you're usually getting a better quality 4K signal, HD signal, because in some cases it's not as nowhere near as compressed, the over-the-air version of that broadcast. So sometimes better.
When we moved into this house and built it, we put a like high gain antenna up in the attic, and then we used it for a little while. Haven't used it for quite a while, but I canceled my YouTube TV. It's like, what am I paying for? What am I really watching? I, like, flip back and forth between CNN and Fox News and just get mad at both of them. So I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna let this go. So that's when I picked up the Tableau and I hooked it back up to that antenna, and like it works. I'm in the Detroit metropolitan area, so we can pick up a decent amount of stuff.
Oh,
Quality waivers, sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's a little less than. But you know, whatever it was, $50 for the Tableau, one little device, and then it's all done, and it just
Mhm.
works. I want to watch the news. I can want to watch, you know, the most of the marquee sporting events or whatever. They're there. Although I was looking to see, like, is there a streaming service I could subscribe to? Because we've been watching the World Cup stuff as well.
Mhm.
Like, I'd really like to watch some 4K soccer or something, but it's like, I think the World Cup is on some Fox.
Yeah, it's
streaming.
Fox 4K.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you. I mean, even watching football on Fox, the far like from the stand, far away looking on the whole field, it's not
Mm.
very good.
Okay.
But when they get up close, you know, to the players and stuff like that, it's exceptional. But just and that's the one of the issues I've had with Fox streaming for a while, because even when I watch football like that, it's you know, sometimes the games, not football but football,
You
right?
flip-
When I watch
Mhm.
that on, you know, during our football season, the far away just doesn't look as good as
Yeah.
when they're up close, you know. So they definitely need to improve.
Like, you want to
upon
see
that.
the players. I don't care about who's in the
Right.
stadium.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's how people get caught cheating and get in trouble. Let's just watch the
Hey,
game.
The flake gate.
Hey, and
Let's
in the
just watch
chat
the
there,
game.
somebody's about my antenna coax was creating a ground hum. More than likely, that
Yeah.
is because if you're using an amplifier antenna and that's plugged into a receptacle somewhere here, and all your TV is over there, and you've got a ground differential going from where your antenna amplifier is and where your TV is. That's more than likely the case when that has happened. So either you got to plug it into the same circuit as the TV, but that's just throwing it out there. Might potentially be an issue with why you're getting that ground hum.
So, Dalty 7, I guess one thing that I do like about Kaleidoscape is that they make everything backwards compatible, right? So all of their systems that they've had down to like disc changers, they will absolutely still work in the new
Yeah.
platforms now.
I used to love
So,
that K-Bolt.
Everything that they do, you may need what's called a co-star,
Mhm.
right? But you know, you may need that, but everything is 100% compatible with all of their systems, which is
Yeah,
fantastic.
cool.
So yeah, so the the hard disk drives, they will work, yes, for
Yes.
the servers for sure.
I'm gonna hit my hard stop here, guys, and jump. And
Hey, man,
I really know you
you-
guys go pretty
you
late
s-
sometimes.
you stay well, we probably go to about 12, but you stayed later than you said you would, so definitely appreciate you. We need
Yeah,
to get
it's
you we need to get
Yeah,
you
thank you.
scheduled to do a new room tour.
Cool.
If you'd like, Jeremy, tell them where to get you if they want to purchase a Kaleidoscape
Oh yeah, if you want to get
or
it from me,
anything else.
all these fine guys as well. But I built up www.techenthusiasm.com is the web page, but I've really built out the gear catalog and all that stuff. Again, got a whole bunch of brands and things, the stuff that I really like to use and focus on the most is all there. There's a contact form, etc. If I can help anybody, always happy to try to give good honest advice and advise and if I can be part of somebody's journey.
Finally, someone I can actually buy a Kaleidoscape from.
I know, right?
But yeah,
Oh, boy.
yeah, check out the channel. Obviously, there's a bunch of content. I'll try to get my Strato K video restored.
Hey,
But my units, I already got them coming, so I'm gonna, as soon as I can get a hold of it, I'll be online with it, blow it out, and I really want to dig into the, does this 4K cinematic, thing really live up and deliver and so on. So
Awesome.
yeah, but yeah, happy to come back and I can do, we could do a walk around and go through this
yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
tours and whatnot. But cool. But yeah, thanks guys. It's fun just hanging out and talking.
Yeah,
Chatting
no,
with you.
hey,
Yep.
All of
Looking
it.
forward to your videos. I'm sure you're gonna have something on the K coming out soon. So
Yeah.
yeah, thanks for hitting us up. This is Jeremy's channel, so make sure you look at that, almost 30K, man. You're
Yeah, knocking
doing,
on
doing
That's
your thing over there. So congratulations on the channel, congratulations on the business. I know, like I said, we haven't talked for a little bit, but I'm always tuning in, checking out various videos from you. So thanks for joining along.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks guys. Nice to meet you, Abe, and
Nice to meet you.
see you guys soon. Thanks.
See ya.
good
Take
night.
care.
Yeah.
Cool. All righty. Well, that was
Awesome.
look. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on getting a server and
So tempting. Yeah.
getting the K. So I'll probably put the two up that I have, the Strato S and the Strato V. I'll probably put those up for sale.
Yeah. Well, Don, you'd be kind of bitten by this little 8K bug. This kind of feeds right into it. So
I know, right? No sooner than he announced it last week, but he said the wrong word. He
No,
said
No,
our
we know what happened there.
Yeah, he was sneaking a pre-release.
Yeah, no, I promise you, I had no insider
is-
information on that, but
yeah,
for
that is
sure.
interesting that happened though. That's pretty funny.
And I also reached out to someone. I think I had mentioned it. I'm really considering becoming part of the JTR family.
Oh my
there you
God.
go.
God.
You're
Are
going.
we ever gonna get done with that theater, man?
Well, no, I'm just gonna swap out my subwoofers. I'm not swapping out the speakers. I like my speakers too much, so I love.
You're just gonna go all good. instead of-
I'm thinking
gonna
about the
sit on
RS2,
the
the RS2s in the back corners is what I'm thinking. about.
Oh, okay. So you're just gonna get a couple of them. Okay.
Yeah, a couple meaning 4 eventually. I'll
go all the way up.
I don't. I keep fighting with myself because I don't think I need more bass. I know I don't need more bass, but I do know that the JTRs will dig down into single digits, right? So it will give me more. I also know that I don't have to worry about how hard I push these things. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
Scott Newby has proven himself that you can beat the shit out of these speakers without having to worry about whether or not they're going to fail or anything like that. But I mean, with my rails that I have, I like I said, I still have the hum and the one amplifier, and I had to replace the one driver already. So not that they're bad, because I really do enjoy them. I really do. I think they're very speedy. They're very clean. And I will say that, listening to them versus the Mag Theatron, I can definitely hear a difference as far as how speedy and how clean they are.
Mm.
But I don't know. I just you get the upgrade-itis, right? It's like,
Mhm.
how much is the squeeze worth, right? How much is what are they, $5,900?
Well, you're
Is
gonna
another,
you're gonna
is
have to
12
have big sound with that big 8K. You're gonna have to upgrade your bass.
is 12 grand is 12 grand worth the squeeze, right? I don't know.
I
Is
mean,
it,
you can
is it,
sell some of those rails and probably pay for
I'll pay
8 of
for one.
those damn
No,
JTRs.
the rails are only. I mean, I'd probably get it $800 to $1,000 for each one of the rails.
Hey,
They're not.
Gotcha.
I would.
that's a summer 2026 coupon right there, man.
I mean, they're the 50. What are they?
You need to get
15
Scott
pence.
to hook you up with some discounts, man.
Mhm.
So I mean, I've reached out. I've reached out to some people. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just
He's
I
got
know.
friends in low places.
Mhm.
So, but
Yeah.
yeah, no.
I'm sure you can work your magic.
So yeah, I mean, I'm debating. I'm debating whether I just
I mean, $12,000 for subs is like chump change. I mean,
well,
come
think
on.
about it. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, look at per listen, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
If
saying.
if you're look at Ascendo, if you want something that's going to go down into the single digits,
Mm-hmm.
right? Look at how much it actually costs for those. You're talking 20
Yeah.
grand,
Oh
for
yeah.
the Ascendo.
Oh, shoot, some of them are like 50 grand.
Right.
I mean, you could if you're gonna go 50-inch. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, it's 60. It's 60 now, right?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
get
no.
your own custom one made, man.
Yeah,
Just get
yeah.
like 535s for the room or something.
I
But
could
the thing
always
is,
I could
you
always
keep
reach
saying
out to
you don't
Mr.
need any more bass. You don't.
I
think you
don't
don't.
ask
I don't think you-
Steve.
So that's
I don't think
weird.
you need any more,
that's the
but
confusion.
I'm not
for
going
me.
to say nothing anymore. I was like, because I thought it was plenty.
I
You
can
know?
Dave's
tell you
like
better
this.
things to do with the money. man.
You like this? This is pretty cool, I guess.
Abe is about to become a dealer, man, for JTR, man, so you can spend Don's money, man.
Well,
Or
Yeah.
you can do this, right? You can go the DIY route.
mhm.
Well,
That's what I'm gonna
or
do.
I could reach out to Mr. Lang and see if he still got those Marianas, right?
He does,
Yeah.
and he would more than happy. Would I think at this point we've worn him down? I think he would definitely like to part with them. And he's got some NAD amps that are really good that I would try to find a home for too. He's got some good
Hey,
stuff that we
can promote. Get a list together for next week's show, and we'll try to
Okay.
help him
Yeah.
offload some of this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, also, I've got a client who has 8 elite home theater seating chairs in black fabric. These chairs were like $4,500 each.
Oof.
I think this dude would go get, and they're not that old. I think he'll probably do $1,000 each for them. And I'm trying to get a price. So if anybody needs 8 elite home theater seats,
Damn.
What if somebody needs 4 and 4?
8.
Yeah, do they come in 4 and 4? How
4 and 4.
what's
It's
the
4 and
orientation?
it's right. Yeah, I'll sit out for next week's show. I'll get some pictures
Yeah,
together.
get some pictures together of
Normal price
we
with the
wanna
homeowner.
help Mr. Lang get rid of some of his
Yeah,
stuff.
so I got a couple clients trying to unload stuff that I've
You guys are about to experience the home theater hub.
Welcome to the weekly
marketplace.
classified section of
Yeah.
the Home Theater Hub.
We need a classified section.
Marketplace.
Yeah, we should do that with the last 5 minutes classified section of people trying to get rid of like high end theater stuff.
Yep.
Welcome to the Home Theater Hub swap shop.
Yeah.
Don't meet Abe in the parking lot by yourself.
Being in a white van. Hey man, you need some speakers? You need some chairs?
Oh, gosh.
I can see it. Yep. We need to make little intros for our scene.
Yeah,
like
we do. We definitely
movies, and then the white
We'll get a
van. We
little
can have
bit- we'll
we
get
can have a
little
white
bit-
van or an ice cream truck with a bell. ding 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 ding. The side open up.
Astro van. And then the research I kept it. You know, it's like that would be perfect.
Yeah.
If you got something for sale, email us at
Gently stained recliners.
Oh goodness gracious! Well,
Gently used.
did you guys have a chance to watch any movies, Mr. Abe? Any movies for this past week?
Any movies? Oh, I finished up just because I had to, because I started the Spider Noir series. So when I was in North Carolina, the client was gracious enough to let me stay at her house, and their guest house, and I watched Spider Noir every night as I was there, and it was okay, but at least I finished it. So, but it was overall, I think it was entertaining.
Okay, very good.
Nice.
How about where's my special guest at? Where's she at?
She's over there. I wanted to know. The question is, who did you finish your War of the Worlds?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had homework due.
Yeah.
Me?
You were the only one that was tardy on the War of the Worlds.
You mean this guy?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Jessica, come over here. He actually did his homework.
Me?
That's funny.
Yeah. She wanted the key, and she's like, "Oh, we got to bring that movie up again."
So, what was your reaction?
That movie is actually horrible, man.
Okay. Oh, let's see if there's enough room.
I don't know what anybody did to convince
Yes,
Ice Cube to get on that movie.
Not much. I
Yeah.
don't know.
You don't have your phone on now, do you?
He owed somebody in Mexico something, man.
He did. He was doing
He owed
something.
somebody in Mexico, man. Because I also watched it and I was just stunned. And it's like, come on, man.
Special guest,
we have our special guest.
ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. Shoot. I don't know how we're gonna do
She's
that.
gonna need to be
The
here.
Sowers
She's gotta be able to hear us.
I'll have to just hand you the headset.
Miss Sowers is going to join us. We would love to
Yeah.
have her.
All right. Special guest.
Good guest in the
Here
house.
we go.
There we go. Look at this special guest.
Hi.
Hello. We have female presence on the show, everyone.
Uh-oh.
Finally.
There are females who watch the show.
Once in a while, for a little while. You guys just like skipped over the chit chat tonight, though.
Yeah, we dove right in. Jeremy had a hard out, so we wanted to dive right in.
Better than a hard on, I guess.
Yes, correct. I don't know if it's better for him or for us.
Oh, I did take a picture. My niece, she has like a full-on living room set up in her tent. I don't know if this will show, because I'm literally just going to show you. Not that picture. Sorry.
That one. That's funny. It should.
It's the last picture I took.
Oh, this one.
That one.
Okay, here.
So I don't know if you can like put
Be
that right up.
careful swiping, Paul. Yeah, the green screen.
Well,
is gonna
Paul
be
doesn't
good.
have to be careful. He just has to be careful when he shows. See, she has like a full-on living room set up in her tent.
Oh wow!
She found this a TV. It's a flat screen TV, but it had a built-in DVD player. She found that at a Goodwill store, so she brought it camping. And I was
Yes.
like, "Huh, that's interesting." And she has like a full stack of movies in there. Yeah, she's like 20 years old. She's Goodwilling for DVD options.
This is what they didn't want to see.
Yeah.
Oh,
The screen is
The green screen is doing this.
yeah.
me and my new glamping.
He got a new blankie for camping.
Ah,
Long as you're covering up all the parts in there, Paul, we're good to go.
yeah. That's the
You
most
see,
important.
apparently Don is the only one that doesn't have blankies.
No giblets, please. No giblets.
He gets charged extra.
No twig and berries out in the woods. Okay. No
So-
quicker than that in the woods.
Paul said Dawn gets. Oh, sorry. I don't know what is hearable and not.
Huh?
Man. Yeah, we can hear Paul still.
I'm technological. I don't even have a sound bar, so you know.
So your thoughts on what I will call my homework, because I missed it last week,
Okay, did you watch it this week?
but I did.
Oh, thank God.
We got McCoy in.
McCoy's
Hello.
here too. Hi, McCoy.
I was part of this experience, so I thought I could add on.
Definitely got to add on for this. So I did finish my homework, and look, I'll go ahead and give my review first, right? And then Jessica, we can
I'll add on. Yeah.
You can add on, but look,
Yep.
I mean, just look at this picture. This is streaming. Remember, I was telling you about let's see here. I was telling you I was watching Amazon Prime in 8K stream, upscaled 8K by my projector. And I mean, just look at the absolute detail of this movie, right? I was in awe.
That made it all worth it.
It actually looked extremely good. With
I'm glad you thought it looked good.
right.
That was 80% of the movie was that
That-
picture.
I was telling people we're camping with, like, he put a screenshot of Ice Cube's face and said, "This is the whole movie," and I said, "That is so true."
But look at the detail in this. I mean, his beard, and just the
nose
pores,
hairs,
everything, man. I mean, it was just crazy how well it looked. The fibers on his jacket I took a picture of here, and I tried to match the exposure, right, to what I was actually seeing. And
You
I'm
like
telling you, man,
share?
I was super impressed with the quality of the stream of this movie. Not only that, but you cannot sell this short for the sound either. I was watching it at negative. We're getting a little bit of feedback here.
Yeah. I'll mute Paul while you're speaking.
All right.
Then when they're ready to speak, then we'll.
So I was watching this at negative 15, and I had plenty of bass and plenty of sound effects coming around the room. The Atmos was I wasn't upscaling, wasn't doing anything else. This movie is Moonfall, right? If you guys haven't seen Moonfall, this movie is Moonfall without a plot or being a real movie. It's a demo. It's you can actually use this to demo your system legitimately.
I love it. It's Moonfall without a plot or without being a real movie. That's a tagline. It's Moonfall without a plot or actually being a real movie.
Yeah, the movie sucked, but I will say that there are a lot of movies that sucked that you can demo, right? How does Shane start his movie reviews off? This is not about this review's not about how the movie is. It's about how the sound and audio is, right? So I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised at the sound and the PQ of the picture. It was really good. And like you said, Abe, it wasn't I could sit through the whole session.
Yeah, you can make it through. Yeah.
Right. I could sit through the whole session. Now, was it absolute garbage what I watched? Yes.
But it's enjoyable garbage. It's enjoyable garbage.
Don, you were saying you were impressed with the Amazon Prime's quality for this.
Yes.
I remember being impressed with the Tomorrow War. that it had very clear picture quality, and so my guess is that like Amazon gives a higher bit rate to like their featured films or at the time or something like that. Because I remember the Tomorrow War being really good at the time.
Maybe that's a good point.
Could be
Could be,
for
yeah.
sure. You know, I will say that, you know, it's a 4 on Rotten Tomatoes and a 2.5 on IMDb. I will say that this movie is light years better than the Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
That's a very low bar.
Yeah, tell me
that we
about it.
watched. Okay,
Just mentioning it, I get pains.
the Curse of the Tide. This movie was by far 10 times better than that. And however, the Curse of the Tide still got a 2 point something.
No.
Don, I forget. Did you ever watch Tiptoes?
I did watch Tiptoes
Okay.
also.
So where would you rank? Because I think those are the 3 homeworks I know of. Well, I
Yeah,
guess
that's correct.
it's
Cursed
what Tiptoes,
Tides.
Cursed Tides, War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it so far.
Yeah.
That's it so far. We'll definitely have to
Cursed
come up with
Tides is
another
the
one.
worst.
Yeah,
Curse
Cursed
of the
Tides.
Tides
Yeah,
is
it's
the
Cursed
worst.
Tides, then Tiptoe, then War of the Worlds.
Yeah,
probably.
I would have to agree with you on that, and it would probably be
Yeah.
You know.
-1 for Curse of the Tides.
Yeah.
and then maybe a point 0.5 for Tiptoes. and
Yeah, I would put War of the Worlds at the top of this list. Yes, but
I might have to extend this to a 2.5 for
Yeah.
for War of the Worlds. So McCoy, what you said you were able to partake in this homework assignment, huh?
Yes, yeah, we had a project going that weekend, and so Paul's got identical speakers everywhere, but it's just the Teams messages like every 20 seconds was just very overwhelming.
yeah, it was sponsored by Tesla, Facebook, Teams, and Amazon. Yes.
Ain't no way I'm going to go out there and flip over that drone. What if we give you a free year of internet? No way. What if we give you an Amazon gift card? All right.
And that's one of the just ridiculous things about it. Like,
I thought
aircraft carriers are sinking because there's no data. Tanks are rusting away because there hasn't been data for 4 hours.
Oh, they fall over.
But you can still order on Amazon and fly a drone. Those don't need data.
That data is more protected than the
And
US government.
this guy, he works for Homeland Security, not allowed to bring a USB inside, but you can get on every social media known to man and watch your daughter and drive a Tesla with no data. Like, it just was ridiculous.
Redonkulous.
Nobody said you had to make sense of it.
Yeah, I try to suspend reality, but
Yeah.
it's tough sometimes.
No, I will have to agree that this was
Ooh, fireball.
this was a check your brain at the door movie.
It definitely. And I think did McCoy, you looked this up, and they filmed it in 2020, right?
Yeah, it was very much.
So
a
that's why it
product
was
in the time.
so segmented.
Yeah.
Everyone was just filming themselves on their own camera. But then you had 5 years to edit this, and that's what you came up with.
Like you could have done something about it, man. Like,
Yeah.
Like
Or
you
if they
just
blend off the
released
time.
it. If they released it in like 2022, we were like, okay.
Yeah,
this is
but
understandable.
they had
like, okay, this is-
5 years of editing it.
we could have blamed COVID for it or something.
Yes.
But
Yeah, had it been released in 2021, it would have been like, this is our COVID movie. But no.
If they could have just dumped all the
It took 5 years to edit the PQ and the sound because they forgot to
They forgot
to
the
hit
movie.
the edit button. They forgot to hit the edit button.
No, just keep it the way it is.
there's like Ice Cube, Eva Longoria. I'm like, come on, man, both of you, man. Like,
Yeah.
they owed somebody in Mexico, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody
I'm
in
just waiting
Mexico
for the
was
8K
owed.
crucified.
I know, right? I'm waiting, Fred. I'm waiting for the 8K Crest of the
8K.
The
Tide.
Kaleidoscope
No,
8K
Kaleidoscope is
version.
gonna
Have
carry
fun.
it, man.
Okay, director's edition.
That
All
is,
right.
that is gonna launch at the K-Scape, man. Just watch.
Yeah.
200 gigs. That's
Yeah.
what the movie file is gonna be, man.
That's
How will
it.
the black
The
level
Snyder
be
Cut.
on that cave?
I know,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
movie.
The
No.
movie was bad. It
Director's
really was.
cut, man. I'm telling you, man.
But yeah, I have to say, I have to admit, I can't bash it totally because
I mean, it had it. You know, for what it was, I understand what they were trying to do with all the point of view stuff. It just got kind of silly.
no, for sure. Get into that Tesla over there. I'll unlock it for you from here.
Even though there's no more data because the aliens stole it all. Like what?
Yeah.
And then I love, okay, he's going back and forth with his daughter and his son. And all of a sudden, in the middle of that, he tunes in for a Zoom meeting with like the president and the secretary of defense. And he's prepared with all the information they need to know
Yes.
on the fly. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Dude,
that's
dude
what
is
happened.
working overtime.
That's
man.
why he makes the big bucks, I guess.
Yeah,
For sure.
apparently so. Yeah, it was corny.
Jessica even mentioned that while we were watching it. She was like, "When did you have time to do this analysis?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I apparently am sleeping on my job because I'm not that on a dime. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. No,
But if you haven't seen this movie, we're recommending it to you.
The whole thing is
we're not recommending it.
12-hour
We're
span.
we're recommending that
You
you
all
watch it,
the
checking
ships,
your
everything
brain,
collapsed
just
and
because
nothing
we're
like
trying to watch
basically an hour.
some of
They
the worst
dispatched the military
movies
across the entire
out
world
there,
in,
just-
like,
just to see
20
what they look
minutes.
like.
It's like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
So, no, it was definitely. I had like I said, you got out of the 3 movies, it's the top of the
It's
list.
the top of the 3
Oh,
of the
The 3
worst.
homework
yeah,
assignments.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell this had a big budget.
So this is a H.G. Wells novel, right? I'm thinking, why don't we just go ahead and ruin other H.G. Wells movies, like The Time Machine?
Bleeding.
Let's
Oh,
let's
yeah.
just demolish the whole genre or whole author's works and just go after other movies. I'm thinking that's what we need to do.
Tomato.
You're gonna get sued for that.
So McCoy, what did you think about the picture and the sound on this movie? Did you?
I mean, the Zoom chat was like crispy, clear, and it did have some good bass. Like when the aliens were actually attacking, it
Here
did
they're
have
talking about
some-
sound stuff. You
some
wanna
decent
take it
bass.
over?
And I did like the design of the aliens. I thought they at least looked cool.
Yeah, they were
for
pretty
the,
cool.
Like, 5 minutes that
My
they were
hair
on
makes that
screen.
Thank you for your special guest appearance, Jessica.
Nice meeting you.
Don said thank you. And which one of you bored her already? God.
I don't know about the sound.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
Again,
we're gonna have to give Jessica a
sound
segment.
part of my phone.
Yeah, we could give her a segment. That's
We
true.
could.
The wasp who gives a fuck about your
I need the story to make sense. I don't need it. To be
Understood. Yeah, no, yeah, I have to agree with you, McCoy. The aliens were actually pretty good.
Yep, they got that.
Unlike unlike Project Hail Mary, the alien was actually something of substance to me. So I actually got into the aliens there. If you haven't watched Project Hail Mary, the alien's a fucking rock.
Don is still
And I
pissed off
can't
about the
stand
damn
it
rock.
that it was a
man.
rock.
You're between a rock and a hard place, Don.
I want a rock.
Yeah, yes. Don't get me started on that because I'll rant for like 30 more minutes on how this was a rock. But anyway, so yeah, no, I have to agree with you, McCoy. There was some substantial bass when they were like sucking the data out of the data centers and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
They were draining the data.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like when aliens suck.
Oh man.
See, I
Yeah,
agree.
Fred.
Rocky was
See,
cool.
that's why Fred's my guy. He knows Rocky was cool.
Oh gosh.
Rocky.
Yeah,
I'm an Garfunkel fan.
that's right.
Yeah, I'm a rock.
The movie itself was good. The character was horrible. I don't care.
Yeah, Don
Because
didn't
they-
like the alien because he couldn't have colloidal habitation.
I couldn't have
Maybe
with
they
these
do
with the
Rocky
War of the
Road.
World aliens either, but you know.
He's like, that rock's harder than me. I don't like it.
And then
Oh,
with the War of the
man.
Worlds, like the setup was a little corny. Like, oh, so my daughter is a biologist, my son's a data hacker, and these aliens, they're made of technology and biology. So
Yeah.
together we can figure this out.
Yeah.
It was just like it was just so rushed at the end.
Pull our
too.
resources together. We can fight crime.
No, look, it's not a horrible. It's not a something that I can say absolutely don't watch it. If you want to test, turn your system up, park your brain at the door, and just watch.
Brett has a point. If it was a drywall alien, you would have loved that movie.
I would have. It's like
all alien.
He hung his drywall yet?
screws and nails. That would have been perfect for me. For sure.
Oh man,
that's funny.
And
You're like-
if it were a hand alien, I definitely a one arm cut off man with the arms being the same exact length.
yeah. Well, longer because the wrapping was wrapped around the end.
Right, it was longer.
It was longer. Yeah, it wasn't shorter or the same length. It was longer because you had to wrap the whole hand.
Oh my god!
man.
That
You
was,
got your Buffalo Drive
that
ready to start
talking about
ripping.
leaving your brain at the door with this cursed tide. You got to leave your eyeballs at the door. And your ears.
You can leave your ears at the door because there's no dialogue. I mean, there's like
Leave your
10
ears and your
sentences
eyeballs
in the
at
whole
the door.
movie. It was what even made you? I mean, what possessed you to even think that was going to be a good movie? I don't understand.
But the first few
For-
minutes,
I
right,
can
they get
understand
you.
Paul's tiptoes, right? And in the trailer, you see a girl pulling down a guy's zipper, right? You're like, oh shit, this is going to be good.
You
Right?
know
No,
what?
the artwork, though,
where I
the
thought this
artwork
was-
made it look like
Wow.
what we know, right? And then the first few, I think it was like the first 60 seconds, right? You look at it and you're like, oh, this is probably a good pirate movie. And then it's like, man, you just fall into this black hole. And then you're just spinning. You're like, what the hell's going on here, man?
No
No,
pun
you
intended there,
fell
right?
into a cursed tide. You
Yeah,
didn't fall into a
I
black
know, right?
hole.
Yeah, cursed
That's
time,
curse.
man.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I'm
Cursed
drowning in
watch it.
here, man. Yeah,
I think I did this dirty on that one because he knew. He was like, you made me watch Tiptoes. I'm gonna get you back.
no. But look,
Tiptoes and War of the Worlds, they were watchable. Curse of Tides was painful.
it's
you know.
painful, bro.
Yeah.
Like I literally sat
Yes,
down.
that's what I'm
I was
saying. He
like,
got his back with
what
a
did I
vengeance.
just do?
I just
Yeah, I was like, man.
never understood what the point of the Cursed Tides was.
I don't think they did either.
But look at the thumbnail,
Yeah, I
right?
just
So when you see this,
was
you're
like-
like, oh, Pirates of the Caribbean, maybe
an
a
hour and
spin-off.
45 minutes into the movie, and it was like,
No.
when
Yeah.
does something happen?
Yeah, yep. I do remember that. We were halfway
Nothing
through this
about
movie.
mo-
And we were
nothing
like,
about this,
what's going on?
nothing about this screams I
Why
want to
are
watch.
they there? What?
Yeah, there's nothing about this that I look at screams I want to watch this.
No, the
I-
thumbnail looks like a video game.
I
you
don't know.
It's
I
like,
don't know how
it's
you
like
even.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag or something. I'm like, oh, let me watch this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
And then it's like, I just start watching it, and it's just like, I was like, nah, man. I don't like.
So
you
did
know
you
what?
guys go through the list of the three that we have so far? What's the order from worst to best? Is that what you did?
This is the
Hands down
worst.
the
Hey,
worst.
MFK, hold on one second. I
First
might
I
have. I think
Tiptoes is
you
worse.
recommended a movie that I want to talk
Yeah.
about.
That's what I would agree with.
And we need another painful recommendation.
All right.
Or a match because I want to kind of feel some more pain from the film.
Yeah, we need to feel the. I need something to make Cursed Tides look good.
God.
Cringe or crawl up in
What
a
would that
fetal
be?
ball or something.
Yeah.
Uh,
So did
I
anybody
don't
else?
think there's anything.
So
worse.
this is another movie that I watched. Remember, I purchased this the other day. I think MFK actually was recommended this to us, I believe.
Yeah.
Somebody recommended this to us.
Yes. Yes.
So I did
Recommended it.
watch this. I will say that it's an odd movie. It's not a 7.3, I wouldn't say, but man, I watched this last night and I had to turn the bass down because just the background music and stuff alone was, I mean, the bass was there was a lot of bass in this movie. The story was pretty good. You know, it was this guy here was the brother of someone that kind of had like autism or some kind of mental illness, and you know, basically he was trying to take care of him, and they wind up getting themselves into some trouble. As you can see, it says here a heist thriller, right? So I don't know if I followed the plot too well on this. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes got 91%. But I will say that the sound on this, it's actually only in 5.1, I believe. And converted it. I upgraded it through the processor. And I'm telling you what, the bass was, I mean, it was nonstop bass throughout the whole entire movie, to where I was like, man, I'm gonna wake my mother-in-law upstairs, so I had to turn the bass down, and I want to rewatch this at reference, just to see how much bass was in this movie. But it was just, there's parts of the movie like just for no reason there would be a bunch of bass notes in the back. I wouldn't say no reason, but there was stuff going on in the movie that it was like a solid bass note just going through for
that's
like 20
how
seconds.
The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
That movie was so hot. Like,
oh man, that was I remember demoing that movie so much.
The 4K one. I was like, oh my god! Like I had to turn it down. Like,
yeah, I would probably, for me, I'd probably give this one a 6. Maybe a 6.5. It's worth the watch.
That's Paul's favorite number for a movie.
Yeah,
by
that's pretty
sure,
much the good.
you know?
Only a 6, man. He was saying that was one of the best movies.
Yeah,
I'll have to watch it.
It wasn't bad. You know, it was I don't know, the plot kind of took some twists and turns. There was one cool part that I was like, oh shit, that really happened, you know. And but I don't know, it kind of, the plot was all over the place, let's put it that way. So but look, it was a fun movie to watch. I'll definitely tell you that.
Was it a good time?
It was a good time.
I don't have my sound.
Where are your buttons?
Yeah,
It was a good time. So yeah, so I mean, I enjoyed it. You know, yeah, like you said, a weird twist. Yeah, for sure.
Don
For
enjoys
sure.
a good time.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it was
do
a weird
enjoy a
twist.
good time. The title, I will say, the title is just like, just how Abe put it. It was a good time to watch it. I don't know if the movie itself was a good time, but it was a good time to watch it. So, but yeah, definitely check it out if you can pick this one up for fairly cheap. I don't know what it's selling for, but it's not horrible. It's not like Begonia good. You know what I mean? It's not Send
No,
Help
we were just
good.
talking about Begonia over at the other campsite.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good movie.
Begonia is my jam for sure. It's
I liked Begonia.
my favorite movie of last year for sure.
Yeah, it was surprisingly good. Had no expectation, but it ended up being, wow, this is actually not that bad.
And I really liked Send Help. Send Help is probably,
We still haven't watched Send Help.
you gotta watch Send Help.
Oh, wait.
McCoy, have you seen Send Help?
No,
No, not yet.
Did we?
I was gonna say,
we watched Apex.
Yeah, we watched Apex, not Send Help.
it looks like Good Time is only getting a Blu-ray release in the United States, so it'll be interesting if Kaleidoscape has the 4K cinematic version.
So I believe so. I think.
Oh, there you go. Hey, yeah, that's
you're
the thing,
saying
right?
the cinematic version? Okay.
Of-
No, I know they have the 4K version. Let's see here. My movies.
I don't, have the Kaleidoscape, but I can see where, if
Actually, I apologize. It's only in HD.
okay. If they have the special, the higher version, but that's not available on physical, then I can see the benefit of that.
Yeah, it's in DTS Master 5.1.
There.
So yeah, so that's why I up converted it, upscaled it. So, but yeah, definitely give it a chance. And I'll go ahead and just go to my last movie that I watched. I kind of already made mention of it. I watched Angry Birds,
Angry
the
Birds.
original Angry Birds with my son.
That's a good movie.
I
What
think
a great-
we watched
what a
that
great
one time while
time.
we were camping.
Yeah, what a great time! What a great time I had with this movie. It was funny. Me and my son were laughing our butts off, So it was definitely a good movie. And I'll tell you what, the streaming of this was another one that I streamed off of Amazon Prime, and I was thoroughly impressed with the colors, the PQ, the saturation of colors. It was definitely one worth watching. I believe they use this movie in some of the demos back in M-Wave. When we went to M-Wave, they used this to demo some of the projectors just due to the colors and everything else like that. So this one I'd probably give a solid 6.5 to a 7. I had fun with it. So it was, if you haven't seen it yet, by all means check it out. There's a lot of good adult humor in it.
Oh, well, speaking of movies, I have very excited about my next set of movies that I'll be watching and talking about next week. Is for Father's Day, I'll be in Los Angeles, and so I'm taking my wife, my daughter, to see Toy Story 5 at Grauman's
There you go.
Theater, at the Grauman's Chinese Theater. I'm going to take them there to see that movie. They had their premiere on a couple days ago, and so we'll be seeing in the IMAX inside Grauman's, which would be unique. So this will be my first time watching a movie inside this theater, which is supposed to be one of the most well-designed, well-built commercial theaters out there. And then after that, I'm going to go eat at the famous Musso and Frank's Grill, which is a 106-year-old famous Hollywood restaurant right there in Hollywood Boulevard that all the movie stars have eaten at for the last 106 years. So that should be a nice treat on Father's Day. But I'm also going to try to see Disclosure Day in the Dolby Theater, which is also on Hollywood Boulevard, just so I can get some reference to like what a well-designed commercial theater is supposed to sound like. So I can really have a reference to see all these theaters we do. How do they compare to some of the best, commercial theaters being built? And you can't get any better than those two. Well, there are other ones out there, but those are two really premier ones.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wish you luck with those. So with the trip and
yeah.
everything else like that. My son's I put him in summer camp, and they're going to see Toy Story 5 next Friday with the summer camp, and I believe it's in the new IMAX that they put IMAX theater they put not too far from my house. So
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, my first time seeing anything in those theaters, so I'm looking forward to it.
and Toy Story is by far one of my favorite franchises for animation. So for kids movies.
Yeah.
That and Despicable Me, I have to watch all.
I like
of them.
Despicable
I'm
Me.
very into Despicable Me.
Yeah,
I didn't really get that much into Toy Story, honestly. I'd
If
have
you-
to see at least 3 and 4 before
No,
I
so
watch.
I liked it
If
up
you-
to 3. I didn't like it after that. So.
If you
Does
watch,
Buzz Lightyear count as one?
Nah.
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 If you
is
watch
actually-
the
So
original
Buzz,
Toy
Buzz
Story,
Lightyear is a whole different
Yeah,
thing.
whole nother franchise.
I didn't
Yeah,
know if
if-
it was,
if
Buzz
you
Lightyear was
if you
Toy
watch
Story
the
3.
original Toy Story, I promise you will hear a different joke that you never heard.
Mhm.
If you watch it 15 times over and over and over, there is
They
just
had
so much
there
humor in
was so
that
much
movie.
subliminals in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
That even as an adult now, it's like,
Mhm.
why would we enjoy
And
it
rest
as
in peace,
kids?
Jim Varney.
It was just
Say that.
there was a lot we did not know as kids watching. There was so much subliminal in it, man.
Yeah, no, I love the original Toy Story. It's one of my favorite all-time movies for sure.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So it should look and sound great. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
That'll be great to see that. So
I'll give you some feedback. I'll do some research and take notes.
definitely do that. Definitely do that. Ike, were you able to watch anything over the week?
I did. It was just an old movie that I wanted to rewatch, which was the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I think
Yes.
somebody mentioned
I
that.
finally wanted to watch that in the theater. I haven't watched it in a full blown.
I think that's one I
theater.
watched and have like no memory of.
Yeah, you should probably rewatch it. It was great, but I'm looking forward to.
I think we
finally
have
seeing
The
this.
greatest demo scene.
I'm gonna
is,
watch this with the kids tomorrow, so we're excited.
Little
Hopefully it's
Mario
kid
action.
friendly. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I want to see
Yeah,
that.
let me ask you, what was your favorite kind of demo scene from that movie? Which one that stood out to you as far as like, definitely. I have a couple from that movie, but it's kind of curious that you recently saw it.
from which one? Crouching
From
Tiger?
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Tiger.
Man, it was demo packed from
Yeah.
a lot. I think. Look, I would add it to my demo playlist if I could cut clips out of it.
Yeah.
If I had like a K-scape, I would probably have. There's a bunch of it, man. I loved it, man. It's a good movie.
Oh yeah.
It was finally good to see some real kung fu movie after a while, man.
You mean the kung fu that when they're walking through the air for like 30 seconds? Yeah.
bro, your heights,
That's
your
not kung
heights
fu.
stay active on that movie.
Yeah, well, that's
man.
classic kung fu, man.
When
That's,
they're walking on
I
those
know.
bamboos and just floating, man.
yeah, man. There's a whole story to that. I forgot
Yeah,
what it
you,
was.
The
you,
heights-
you don't
the
know
heights
kung fu
stay
if you
active.
can't airwalk.
I know, right? Like,
I mean,
what are
it's
you doing?
superhero kung fu.
We're not crip working in kung fu movies, man. You
Yeah.
gotta air walk, man. There's no
No.
jaywalking there. Well, they technically jaywalking here, but
No, for sure. No, I mean, I own the movie, but I've yet to see it, so I have to
Really?
sit down. Yeah, it's not that I have anything against it. I just haven't. I think there's better movies out there for me to watch first, right? So
Yeah, look at it.
what's that one called? Like
I think
Iran or Iran or something like that. That's
Huh?
supposed to be really really good.
I just think the soundtrack is very dynamic. Probably, and that was the thing I always remember most about that movie is how just how dynamic the soundtrack is, especially that scene where she's got the fabric sashes and she's hitting the drums. It's been a while since I'd seen it, like in a circle, and she's hitting these drums, and it just the surround sound on that scene was very well done. Remember that, Ike?
Yep.
Yeah, that scene when you have a good proper setup surround sound does sound pretty incredible. Just the dynamics of that scene.
No, the movie is, and it just reminded me of the good old days when, yes, there's a lot of CGI, but you got that reminder where it's almost like somebody actually put in work
Mike's
to make
covered by
this
a
movie
moth.
work, right? It's like somebody actually put in work
Yeah.
to make the movie just sound really good. So it was good nostalgia, man.
So apparently,
Give it a rewatch.
so this is funny because apparently I was on a kung fu kick back when I was buying Kaleidoscape movies. So I'm going to show you what I got here. So these are all in order, right? So let's see. Come on.
Focus. There you
Man,
go.
Only you had an
There you go.
Hey,
So Crouching Tiger, and then House of what's it? The House of Dragons, and
Yeah.
then on
House
the
of Flying
bottom
Dragons,
one
right?
is Ran.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
I was on a kung fu kick when I was buying those movies, but that Ran movie is supposed to be excellent.
I see you bought National Treasure. Thank you.
And I've not seen that yet. So I think that one is like, highly rated. So yeah, I have them. I own them on Kaleidoscape. I just gotta watch them.
Yeah, House of Flying Dagger is really good, man.
Is it?
Oh, K-Scape, is it 4K?
Oh no, HD.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because it's like, if you had a 4K, I would have bought it, man.
So Gene recommended those movies to me. Not
Yeah.
not the Crouching Tiger. I already knew about that one, but the other two. I just haven't seen them.
Yeah, House of Flying Dagger is good.
So I tell you
I think
my
you'll like
Father's
it.
Day plans. What do you guys got? Any Father's Day plans?
Not currently. No.
Well, nothing set up for Father's Day.
No,
I'll
whatever
probably
my wife
grill.
and son want to do. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I'll probably end up grilling and just relaxing, watching a movie.
I'll get my new pack of underwear and no, I'm just playing.
Nah, don't do that.
My yearly
camping.
pack of
That
new
is-
underwear.
Trouble.
The only time I get underwear is Father's Day.
We have subwoofers. We don't have underwear.
Yeah, exactly.
Expensive.
And actually, the wife was the one that told me that I could order the JTRs for Father's Day.
Oh,
That's a good wife. That is a very good wife.
That is a good wife. That's
That
an
is.
expensive
That's a
Father's
keeper.
Day.
That's a keeper, Don.
Yeah, for sure. So
You better don't you better use it because man.
Yeah, you better definitely take a use of that. Yeah, my wife's great too. Our TV's not big enough in our living room. Oh, that sounds so beautiful to hear, honey.
It's an issue.
That's like when my son's throwing the ball or something around the TV. I'm like, I'd hate to have to go buy a new TV if he breaks that. It just I'd hate to have to do that.
Yeah, and we have a 77 in the living room. She's like, that's too small. I'm like, I love you. Let's see what we can do about that. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. We need to make a poster of the Curse of Tides. We need to Photoshop Ike's face on that.
Ooh, whoever recommends the homework movie, you edit them into the poster somehow.
Ooh, yeah.
I think I have a suggestion after our conversation.
Uh-oh.
So Ike, you were talking about Crouching Tiger, right? And then I flashed back to Bulletproof Monk.
Oh.
And that was when I saw in theaters, and I'm sure it has not aged well at all. And I just looked it up as like a 22 on Rotten Tomatoes.
What is it? What movie?
Bulletproof
That might be
Monk.
too high for our
I've
taste.
actually seen that a long time ago.
What was it again? What was the name of it?
Bulletproof Monk.
Oh, Bulletproof. Oh,
Oh.
Bulletproof
I'm pulling
Monk.
that one,
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's not aged
I
well.
don't know. I honestly
2003?
have no idea. If
Yeah,
I've seen
I know that movie.
It sounds
I
familiar.
think I've seen it. I might even.
That's the guy. Got the guy from American Pie in it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily deep cut, but
No,
It's pretty
no,
bad.
it's definitely not. Yeah. I think I've seen
5.5.
that, but I'll have to watch it again.
It's on Prime Video. So what?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
think I'm
There
gonna
we go.
watch it.
Yeah.
That show you
That might be too highbrow for us.
okay. I'll try it better.
That might
Yeah,
be too
Show
high.
You Five is a good guy, man. I watch a lot of his movies, man. Show.
I haven't seen this movie. I have to check it out.
So
It's
is
probably
this gonna
the beginning of
is this gonna be our homework? What
I
is
watch
it?
Sure, why not?
that one I will watch. I've seen it before, so I'll rewatch it.
Next one, Bulletproof Monk.
Sure, why not? It's on
Gonna do it?
Amazon Prime.
If it's on
cost-
Prime,
It's on the yeah.
can all
it's on
get it.
Prime, we
Yeah,
can all
let's
watch
do it.
Yeah.
And it's on Pluto.
Dude,
if you
I
want to
can
be
I can
tortured and
watch
watch
it
America.
tonight.
but we're not going to because
Yeah, we're not going
it's
to.
way past my bedtime.
I gotta wake up at 4.
Not really, but we
Yeah,
should
4 sounds
socialize
bad.
at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for the recommendation.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll definitely.
Bulletproof Monk.
Bulletproof Monk. We'll have to
Yeah.
remember.
I
It's
was
probably the beginning of the CGI crap. For
can't
what
wait.
started the Marvel, probably.
Very good.
All
So,
right.
Paul, any other movies or Abe, any other movies that you guys watched from last week?
we
We watched a few this week.
yeah, we watched 3 movies this week actually.
Uh-oh.
We went and saw He-Man.
We saw He-Man, the
Oh.
new He-Man.
While the air conditioner was broken, we
Well,
decided
we
to
can't call it He-Man because I
actually
think
go
it's
see a
called
movie.
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
So how'd you like it? Was it worth
I
it?
enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
really I don't know anything about like the He-Man universe. I recognize some of the characters, but yeah, I found it enjoyable as a non.
And there was some pretty sophomoric humor in
Oh yeah,
too.
oh for sure.
I mean, like, I won't even say what the jokes are, but they're we're talking 100% sophomoric humor in it a couple times, and but they didn't overdo it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like
Yeah.
two jokes and then one sentence and it was like, oh wow. It's like, oh man. Yeah, like if you're not paying attention, you could miss it. That's how. But it was still like super sophomore humor. But it was, my thing was when I watched the trailers, I thought, oh my god, that looks like it's
All AI.
all AI, and if it is,
But yeah,
I
it wasn't.
know I am going to hate it. And it's like, no, there was still CGI, and there was some, I think, some backdrops and stuff, or that they were using more AI, but it was well done. You know, it's like
I think it was shot in like Iceland or something. So there was a
Yeah.
mixture of
yeah,
actual scenery in
Yeah.
there.
yeah, and there was a couple CGI spots that got kind of glitchy on it. At least whenever we were watching on the laser screen, I don't know
Yeah.
if that was the. I'll have to rewatch it at home and see. Like on what is it, Wonder Woman 1980 or whatever 84,
Mhm.
where some of the CGI got like glitchy. It kind of did that type of thing on this one in like one or two scenes that I was like, oh, I was like, but it didn't, like, it wasn't so bad that it didn't ruin the movie. Like some people probably didn't even notice
Right.
it.
Hmm.
But,
Yeah.
And then what did we just say we watched Saturday?
and then we watched the Fire and Ash.
Oh yeah, Avatar. Yeah. And apparently there were like tornadoes, and we
Yeah.
didn't hear sirens. We didn't hear the rain. we
I
didn't hear
guess
it just blended in with the
I guess the
soundtrack.
I guess the theater is too loud because
Yeah, we had no idea there were storms.
whenever we were watching it
And like our watches are in theater
Yeah.
mode, so we weren't. We
Yeah.
were just oblivious to
Wow.
fire and brimstone
Yeah.
raining down upon us.
tornadoes landing around us, and we were like, oh man, that's some pretty hefty
there was-
bass. No, that was a tornado shaking
That was
the
a
ground.
tornado right by the house. That was quite the tactile feel that you got there.
Yeah. It's like, man, that felt like the house is about to blow down.
Yeah, like there was a tornado like
Twister
down the
Walk
hill from
tornado
my
happened.
house, and I had no idea.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then what was our last movie that we watched?
Battle.
Oh yeah,
the one that I know the name.
Borderlands.
Borderlands. Yeah.
I liked that.
I enjoyed it. I don't know anything
That
about
was
the game. but I enjoyed it.
that was probably my favorite of the three. I've never played the game, but I did really enjoy the movie.
Yeah. Jack Black is the robot, and he was very good as just the voice.
Yeah.
I love Jack Black. I'm a big Jack Black fan. I think he is absolutely hilarious, and even
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
just being the voice of a robot, he was so good.
Yeah, it was funny. That's like a 7 for
10%.
me. I like that.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, that was a good.
So this is the one? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We go with that one. What?
Yep.
Because it's
I
got
liked it.
10% Rotten Tomatoes
Oh, I loved it.
and
I
4
loved it.
points, 4.7 IMDb.
All right.
Oh,
Well, then that's your homework. Watch that.
Yeah. No, I loved it.
I really liked it.
Now, I think probably is what it is if you know anything about the video game, maybe that's why you
Right.
would.
10%. Oh,
it's
wow.
one of those.
Oh, that's pretty low. Yeah, that's
That is
that's a
bad.
contender.
I would love to see what the comments say.
That's a contender right there.
You know, the humor's in the comments, right?
Oh my God, yes.
If
Was that
you like
10%
Pirates
critics?
of the Caribbean, this isn't for you.
Yeah, that was
That was awesome.
that's
That's pretty much what I said.
that's the best
Mhm.
review ever.
Oh goodness. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I was
Have to
thinking of
check
a
that one
movie,
I love that movie.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Borderlands.
Yeah, but yeah, if it had anything to do with the game and you were trying to, like,
right.
if you grow up,
Associated with
if
the
you
game.
grow up watching Transformers and you see Transformers, you're gonna pick it apart, It's like
Yeah.
this is not anything to do with what it was, So maybe that is why it was so good to me. I just like the story.
Yeah,
It
I
was
thought
a
it was a
little
good storyline, and I thought everyone played their part very well.
And
for what they had.
obviously, it had to have been a good storyline. That was a pretty popular and pretty successful game franchise. So
For sure. Yeah.
So obviously the story's got to be good. I just didn't know anything about it going into the movie. I was like, oh yeah, that's based on a.
I would see the thumbnail up on the screen, and I thought it was
Badlands.
the Badlands, the Predator movie. So I just never thought
Just
about
thought
it.
we had already seen.
I just thought we'd already seen it. And
It's like no. This is a different one.
I sometimes
This is Borderlands.
don't
not
notice the
Badlands.
details.
Yeah, there's extra letters.
There's a couple extra enunciations there.
Yeah,
That's funny.
border
Now-
versus bad. Yeah.
Well,
Now
yeah.
for Masters of the Universe,
His
y'all
screen
went to
scrolls
the,
so fast that I don't see all the words sometimes.
y'all
Yeah,
went to the
it's 'cause
AMC, right, for the Masters of the Universe?
I don't know. I mean, it's in theaters, but I don't know if it's only AMC or what.
No, he's asking what theater did you go to?
Oh, we went to
we
went
went to the Legends.
Well, is that AMC or Cinemark?
That's
Legends.
AMC. It's
AMC, okay.
Did you miss your home theater while you were there, or did you enjoy your experience going to the theater?
I miss the home theater.
Yeah, the home theater experience is better. Well,
I prefer the home theater.
so the thing is,
I don't like to wear pants.
the
so, you
the she's not wearing pants now. So the thing is Masters of the Universe did so poor in the box office the opening week that the giant
it's only in
theater,
the
it's only in the smaller like 5-row theater. So
So we were in row 2.
yeah,
I don't enjoy it.
yeah, it was a little too close. So
Yeah, you guys in the right spot.
I just like the comfort of watching at home.
I won't
he
go.
He
I
has the
refuse
room
to go if
do
I
it,
can't sit in the
so why
right row.
not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time there's a kid throwing popcorn, or someone coughing, or someone on their phone,
yeah.
every time you go to the theater.
Well, shoot, even me one time, I was friggin' when I was watching Top Gun Maverick, I friggin' I hadn't turned my phone off in, 5 years or something like that. And it started ringing, and I was like, what the fuck?
It's
And
me.
I was like, who the hell's that?
Like who's in here with a stupid phone on? And you're like,
Yeah, and
Somewhere.
I couldn't even figure out how to turn the damn thing off. I was like, fuck, because it was a newer one. I was so used to just a little flip switch on the side, and they took that away. And I was
you
like,
know,
oh,
that's just-
shit, how do I turn
I like
the
the
phone
switching.
off?
Like throwing your phone out the door.
So McCoy, before we wrap it up, since you've joined the festivities, were you able to partake in any movies last week?
We've been watching Peacemaker season 2. That's been our focus.
Oh, Peacemaker. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, and it is. I think it's better than the first season.
Oh,
And
thank goodness.
there's a big.
Then maybe I'll watch it.
Yeah, it did get a little bit better, and then there's a big, switch towards the end. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, it's enjoyable, and we still have to finish like the season finale, but that's what we've been watching is Peacemaker.
I actually bought
With John Cena, right?
Yes,
John Cena.
Yeah.
John Cena. Yeah, I just bought season 1 and season 2 of The Landman.
Ah.
So I want to watch that. I know it's kind of like a spin-off from Yellowstone or whatever, but
Yeah.
I want to watch that because that lady attorney is badass. I see all the like clips on TikTok or Instagram
Yeah.
or whatever of her,
Yeah.
just chewing these guys apart, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta watch this. This lady's badass. Kaleidoscape had season 1 and season 2 on sale for $19. I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
let me just
nice.
go ahead and buy it.
So they've been increasing their series things.
Oh, they have a bunch of stuff. Yeah,
Because when
tons
it
and
first
tons.
we've known about that for so long. They didn't have a whole bunch. They've had some, but not. It seems like I hear a lot more series on there now.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's a lot of television series on there. All the House of Dragon and all that stuff. All the HBO stuff is on there.
Yeah, a new season of House of Dragon is coming out soon, right?
Yeah, I saw the preview for that actually.
I'm like, well, I gotta go resubscribe now.
comes out Sunday.
It's HBO,
I
right?
know.
Yeah, I
It's
canceled
Max,
HBO
right?
after the last House of Dragons ended, actually. So yeah, it's time for me to
Yeah, Yep. It's coming
So
out this Sunday, right?
Yes.
Benny says Landman is a solid show. So yeah.
Well,
guys,
I gotta go resubscribe, man.
Yeah. Speaking of subscribe,
Good
if you like to be a guest on the show, please shoot us an email to hometheaterhublive@gmail.com. I think we should have a guest. I said this last week, but I think we should have a guest this week coming up, and then the following week we had to change. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be around on the 2nd or not, but we'll see if these guys want to have a show on the 2nd.
We'll be driving that day.
Yeah, we'd be on the road, but that's okay.
At least McCoy
could do.
Yep.
Yeah.
McCoy will be driving.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes for the next couple weeks. I know Abe has got a special guest that he's talking to and working on, and I'll be extremely excited.
Let's not jinx that one.
To have them on for
Yeah.
sure.
Don't
Exactly.
even say it.
Nope, I'm not saying nothing. So, and then we were talking about subscribing, and I hit the wrong button, so I had to keep going with it. Like, share, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Hit the bell notifications. I'd love to be up around 30K, like Jeremy over there, but Jeremy's put in the work, man. He really has.
Yeah. If you make 5 videos a week, you'll eventually get there.
He's put in the work.
What have you made? 3 videos or so?
I think I
make
like 10.
one a month, but I make them all in the
I've
first
made
month.
less than one so far.
Hey, you're doing better than me. At least you're consistent.
So yeah, and if you'd like to buy Kaleidoscape from Abe or myself,
Or
hit Abe up at 3dsquared.com.
I want to buy from Jeremy. Those other two.
You can hit me up at Home Theater.
You know more than me.
Home Theater. Horizon Theater 2020 at gmail.com. I can't speak.
Horizon 2020.
Horizon Theater 2020 at gmail.com.
That's right. Horizon Theater 2020 at gmail.com.
You can hit me up there, and then obviously Jeremy was on the phone. I mean, on the show. Hit him up on Tech Enthusiasm and
Check
look
out.
at the beginning of. I think he's got a website also, the Tech Enthusiasm website.
Subscribe.
So hit them up. Look, we don't like to have like competition, right? At least I don't. There's room for everybody in this space for sure. So if you buy, whoever you buy from is absolutely fine with me. We just want to see you expand in the hobby. That's all.
We'll love you just the same.
For sure. So we're not afraid to have other dealers on here, right? We're not afraid to have other people on that sell like products and everything else like that. So
yep.
You make your own decisions. But thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. McCoy, thanks for popping in, man. It was good to see you.
Sure. And I've got some photos ready for next time, maybe.
Awesome, for sure. So until next time, lights down, sound up, and don't blame us for your next Kaleidoscape upgrade.
Yeah, your 8K upgrade. Oh boy, you get all the color details.
I might have to pull the trigger as soon as we get off of here for that. So, all right, everyone, see ya.